Morning, everybody.
Good morning to you all.
I feel like I've not been here for ages.
I thought that. Has it been? I think it's 2 weeks.
Honestly?
How long has it been, everybody? Do you know? When was Shaun here last?
Anyway, it's lovely to be back. You've been with the fabulous Adam anyway, haven't you?
Yeah, we've had Adam in the potting shed. It's been lovely.
You may be new to YouGarden TV. If you are, my name's Shaun Ryan. This is the wonderful Bex Edwards.
Hello there, you all right?
I mean, she could have introduced herself.
That's fine. No, I like it when you do it.
And what we've got over the next 2 hours, some amazing plans for all types of gardens, free delivery on everything on the show.
Everything that you see in the potting shed.
Even the big stuff.
The pots, the compost, all the plants, no postage to pay.
Yeah, which is amazing. But to get the free postage and all the deals, because we've got things like buy one, get one free, double up deals, big savings, but we do have a special code that you need to use. And it is, I know it begins with YGTV.
I think it's the 13 this week.
Yes, it is. Well done.
YGTV 1325. When you place your order on the website, there's a little box that says, do you have an offer code? That's where you put that code in, and that will unlock all the deals for you. If you're ordering on the phone line, which you can see at the bottom of the screen there, just tell the operator that you've got a code, and you will get all those savings.
Yeah, and the other thing, we do have an amazing discount club.
Yeah.
And if you join today, we've already got about 45,000 members, but you can save 15% on all of your plants, your compost, your pots, and you get loads of extras. We'll tell you more about it later, but you get things like £20 worth of vouchers that you can redeem against future purchases. You get some postage vouchers as well.
You do, yeah, because there's postage attached to anything you order from the website. Not in here, everything's free postage in here, but you can use those postage vouchers. The important thing is, though, you start saving today. You can start saving on your first order. That 15% will come off as soon as you join the club.
Yeah, and we've got for the regulars, and I know you're in there, we've got a group chat as well.
Yeah.
We've got loads of new items and some stunning summer bedding as well. Now, if you want to be part of the show, lots of ways you can contact us. You can join the group chat on YouTube and Facebook. But Bex is holding an iPad. Why is she holding an iPad?
I am indeed. I get to look at the YouTube chat, so good morning to Verna. I love this message. Good morning, Shaun and Bex. Also, good morning to my garden family. Because we are a little garden family and community here, which is lovely. Ellen is here as well. And Jay, good morning to you. Ali G, thank you, my lovely. You've sent your pictures in. I had a quick look. I saw some flowers on a honeyberry there, so we'll be showing your pictures in a little while.
Yeah, we like the fact that you call us a family. And I think we're quite a functional family as well, don't you, Bex?
Yeah, we're definitely...
Compared to our rare ones.
There's some dysfunction occasionally,
Yeah,
but we're all right. We're all right.
We're a team, we are. And we love you being part of the show. So any questions as well, we will do our very best to answer those. Right. Should we get,
We've got to start. Oh, I was so excited about this. When we got the show plan for this is the one that got me really, really excited.
Well, I think we were chatting about this before the show. We've had so many requests for climbers that do well in shade.
Yeah. All the time we get these questions, because obviously we don't all have massively sunny parts of our garden. And yet, you know, there's some ivies and things, a hedera, I think it's called, you can get for shade.
That's nice, actually.
It is, it's lovely, it's got gorgeous colour to it.
But it doesn't flower.
But it doesn't flower.
Not like this does.
This is a climbing hydrangea that will happily grow in shade. So north-facing gardens, north walls, whatever it might be, you can climb this up it, and it will flower as well.
And I honestly grew this in my mum's last garden. The back of her garden did not get a lot of sun, and we wanted to cover the ugly fence, and we planted a couple of these, and within a few years that fence was covered with these beautiful white flowers, and it was really quite shady there. So for every single one of you that's been asking for a climber that will do well in shade, this hydrangea is the perfect one. And when this flowers, it reminds me a little bit of kind of Runaway Bride.
Yes, yeah, definitely. I've got that Runaway Bride in my garden, and it's beautiful. It's got lovely sort of creamy white flowers on there, and it will get really nice and big as well if you want it to. It can get to 15 metres. I mean, it can. You can keep it much shorter, obviously. You can prune it back. But if you want something to get really tall, yes,
don't worry,
don't worry.
It's not going to be invasive.
No, not at all.
But it flowers for a long period as well.
It does. I mean, it can start flowering in about May. It keeps going through June into July as well. So you get several weeks worth of flowers out of this. Pruning is really easy as well. It's nice and simple, and you can keep that in check. It's just pretty wow-shaped, isn't it?
It's amazing.
Even the leaves on there are gorgeous as well. They've almost got a sort of heart shape to them too.
but that's what it looks like. So even when the flowers go slightly over as well, they're still really, really attractive. So for all of you that want a climber that is great in shade, this is the one to go for. Just like all hydrangeas, it likes a nice moist soil.
Yes.
Don't let it dry out. So it does like a nice moist soil. We think that's going to fly. Got a brilliant price, and of course postage is included. We are live, by the way, until 12 o'clock today. Just let everyone know. So if you want to buy that now, you can buy it now, but you can always buy things later on. Not a problem, because you get free delivery on everything. Don't forget. Very healthy looking.
It's really healthy.
Yeah.
I was just looking at the stem there. It's a really nice, thick, healthy stem, and you can see all of the buds coming off here. Look, there's so much fresh growth that's coming. I am so excited about that one.
I reckon there's a very good chance that's going to flower this year.
Like, I've got a northeast facing front of my house, and I've always wanted to have a climbing rose up there, but obviously I can't because it's not enough light. But I could train this up that wall. Oh,
it's brilliant. They are absolutely brilliant, and you could grow it in a nice sized pot as well. Don't forget, but you've got to keep that pot well watered. Right. This is rather spectacular as well.
Well, we've got, I mean, it's a new type of Ceanothus we've got for you, and it's the Ceanothus thyrosiflorus, but this has been trained into what we call the pyramid. So you've got some canes in here, in that pyramid shape, so you can carry on growing this into that pyramid shape. It's perfect for smaller spaces that would love to have the look of the, you know, the Ceanothus in there, but you haven't got a border to plant it in. You can plant this into a pot, continue to train it in that shape, and you'll have a lovely pyramid of Ceanothus.
I'm thinking, what, tower pot as well?
Yeah, I mean, I think potentially you could.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
You?
I think so.
I reckon you could.
Yeah,
you can sort of train it into that shape. It's just going to take a little bit of pruning, and it's the same with Ceanothus, no matter, you know, which variety or where you put it. Twice a year pruning on Ceanothus. Not yet, because as you can see, there's loads of buds. There's loads of buds, you know, so don't do it yet. Those buds are going to turn into this glorious display that you can see here for about 5 or 6 weeks.
I'm laughing because I was at my mum's yesterday and she said, my Ceanothus needs cutting back. And I mean, I was like, my mum's partially sighted, bless her. So she couldn't quite see that the whole thing was covered in buds. So I was like, no, Mum,
not yet.
Not now.
So after flowering, it flowers for about 5 or 6 weeks, about the end of April, going into May, 5 or 6 weeks. After flowering, give it a little prune back. It'll give you some more flowers throughout the, you know, the season, and then I generally tend to prune it again sort of late summertime just to keep that shape.
And it's fully winter hardy, evergreen as well, lovely, glossy, kind of small, dark green leaves all year round, and the pollinators love it as well.
Yeah.
So brand new today, and again, it comes with the trellis, and it is only $24.99. If you want to place any orders, orderws.yougarden.com, or as Bex has said, you can give us a call if you want a little chat this morning, 0844 502 0050.
Make sure you're using that code though to get your free postage, YGTV1325. That will give you your free postage, and it will give you any savings that we might have on certain items. So always use that code. It's amazing what that will do for you.
I do love Ceanothus.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, it's a Award of Garden Merit holder as well.
It is.
You know, RHS have deemed this garden worthy, so it gives us confidence. If you're brand new to gardening, Ceanothus is a really good option.
Right. Look at this. This is looking good.
Well, this is our favourites table. So we start the week off. Thursday is the beginning of our week here. We start the week off with what we think is going to be your favourites. Sometimes we're right, sometimes we're way off, but I reckon we've nailed it this week.
I think we have.
I think we've nailed it. Let's see. We're starting with the jumbo American fuchsias. I know you've grown these, haven't you?
Yeah, and I will share some pictures a little bit later on, because I've grown these for years, and they are absolutely stunning. The size, I mean, one flower can literally fill the palm of your hand. And we're not exaggerating here. Oh, in fact, Stu's with us today. Hey, Stu's got an assistant now, hasn't he?
He has got an assistant. Lovely. Matt's joined
us.
Matt's joined the team.
The team has got... Actually, it's in Matt's not his assistant. No.
Here's another person who works
assistant
here.
is a wrong word, isn't it? Yes. You get 4 different varieties. All of these are absolutely beautiful. You've got the Voodoo, the Swing Time. You've got, there's a Swing Time there, that's stunning white and red. You've also got the deep purple, and there's one I've forgotten about.
Bella Rosella.
Bella Rosella! That's it. And these are some in the pub garden from last year. They are absolutely magnificent. There you go. That's the Bella Rosella. Stunning.
Gorgeous. That is your hand, isn't
that's
it? Right
my
there. That's Shaun's
hand.
hands. And he's not got teeny tiny dainty hands, by the
No,
way.
I've got
He has
big,
got big,
I have actually got big
manly
hands.
Just so that you know that that is a big flower that you're looking at there.
Yeah, look at that one.
Pollinators adore them. They don't need the brightest, sunniest spot either. In fact, they will thank you for being in a part shade position. You know, the really hot part of the day, they actually like to be in a slightly shady position. The important thing with fuchsias is do feed them. They are hungry. Fuchsias and petunias in particular, they do like a feed.
Honestly, everybody at the pub that came, during the summer said to me, Shaun, how do you get your fuchsia flowers so big?
And he said, I'm really green-fingered. I'm an amazing gardener. That's why.
Well, I do always start off with that. I always say, well, you do know that, it's my career, and I'm amazing with fuchsias. This is what I do. But no, I just tell them it is. I mean, jokes apart, it is the breed. It's nothing to do with me. It's the breed. But as Bex has said, you need to feed them. You need to deadhead them. Get you blooming fast. I think we're doing a little. When I ordered last week,
there was a little trial sachet.
There's a sachet you can get for.
I think it's £1.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it does put postage onto your order.
It's not on the show.
Because it's not on the live. But if you want to give it a go, it's well worth it to try it.
Or you could join the club and then you get your postage voucher and order that next time.
Next time.
I would double up on these. I would go for 24 plugs. They sell out time and time again. Look how healthy they are as well.
Really healthy. They're going to grow away for you. Do a little pinching out. Create more branches. That'll give you more flowers in the long run. You're getting those for £12.74 if you're a club member as well. So really awesome savings. £5 off the price, but then £15 at 15% off that price as well.
Not £15. I take it down to minus 1p. Right, now we are so excited about the foxglove, the digitalis illumination. Didn't you grow this last year?
I've grown these. So these have been in my garden for a couple of years now, and I was out the other day just trimming back because there was all the dead foliage. I trimmed them up the other day, and I think these are absolutely stunning. The colour that you get from these is mind-blowing. Honestly, the illumination flame name is just perfect. Obviously, you get lovely height with your digitalis. These can reach 1 metre in height. What I really like about this, though, is you don't just get one main central flower stem here. You actually get multiple stems. So you get the big, tall one in the centre, and then you get other smaller ones coming around the edges. They're a sterile variety, by the way, so there's no energy wasted creating seeds. It just creates more flowers here.
And what I love, when we think of foxgloves, digitalis, we think of like country cottage colours. So to get this kind of vibrant, rich, fiery orange, this flame is so unusual, isn't it? Incredible breeding.
It's the most beautiful digitalis that I've seen, and certainly that I've grown. I think it's gorgeous. They're really strong, healthy ones. I only got 3 when I got these a few years ago, but you're actually getting 6 of them, and these are the jumbo plug plants. So we would consider these to be pretty much garden ready, basically.
I'd get
you can plant these out, no problems. They are all winter hardy, so you can plant these straight out into your borders.
And Bex, that was your first year, wasn't it?
Yes, that was year 1. Yes, year 1.
So, you will expect these to flower in their very first year and come back, obviously, the following years.
And come back, yeah. I mean, I just trimmed them up the other day. I'm going to start seeing new growth coming from those, and they're going to do it all again for me this year.
So, if you are looking for slightly unusual plants today, if you love foxgloves, but you're a bit bored of the same old colour scheme, go for the illumination flame. They are really striking, aren't they?
I adore them.
They actually, it's weird because I was thinking of a foxglove being sort of, let's say, country cottage traditional, but that makes them almost look a little bit Mediterranean.
Look at those multiple stems as well. I think it's really interesting. The colours are stunning.
That description as well, illumination, is spot on, isn't it?
It is.
They look luminous. They look like they've sort of like lit up.
Wow, I did loads of videos of these, didn't I?
You did. Didn't do a lot of weeding there, Bex. I noticed there, a few little weeds.
Yeah.
Do you know, I'm going for more of a natural look.
That was what I was aiming for. I was aiming for a natural look.
That's what I keep saying, because I've got a lot of weeds at the moment. I keep saying, I'm going for a bit more of a natural look. We actually did some filming in my garden yesterday. Now, Stu was very good, because Stu did the filming. I said to him, look, I wish I had a bit longer to get the garden ready, but Stu was like, no, I'm very good at just filming the good bits. So that's what he's done. Right, we're going to move on to a very special sunflower called Sensation. And when I think of sunflowers, as a child, I used to grow the really big ones, and you just get one tall stem and one big flower.
Yeah.
This is very different.
This is very different, yeah. You get multiple flowers on each one of these jumbo plug plants here, and they're not going to get into the massive, great big, tall, which are fun to grow, and that's awesome. But this is going to be a little bit shorter. Now, they can get up to probably about 1 metre in height, so you're still going to get some good height and dimension from them. But each plug plant, you're guaranteed to get 5 flower stems from these. 5 flower buds. They're going to be upright, they're cheery. The foliage is dead impressive as well, isn't it? Look at it. Big green glossy leaves on there, and they're really easy to look after.
Look great,
aren't they cute?
Yeah.
And do you know what? They're just, I mean, that's summer, isn't it? In a pot right there. That's summer all over.
That's Van Gogh.
I just want to stick a couple of googly eyes on them and just have little little happy faces.
But doesn't that make you smile just looking at those?
Yeah.
And you are getting 12 plug plants.
I know. Right, they come in miniature greenhouses. I love this. This is some new packaging
Yeah,
that we've got here as well.
We've actually improved some of the packaging last year.
And let me just take one of these out, because what I want to show you is how very rooty those plants are. Look at the root structure on there is absolutely incredible. And every single one of them looks like this. So our expert growers, they've all started these off. They've done the hard bit. All you have to do is, pot these on. These are Award of Garden Merit holders, by the way, so proven performers. They are an annual. But we don't mind having annuals in our gardens, do we?
I think I love a mixture. Perennials that come back every year and annuals that you just enjoy for the summer.
And I think I'm going to grow these on before planting them out.
Yeah, I would, a little bit.
Just a little bit, grow them on a little bit, and then plant them into your chosen location.
But that new packaging means that they really do arrive in immaculate condition.
Yeah.
With things like I should have said, with things like the fuchsias and the sunflowers, do protect them from frost.
Yes, absolutely, yeah.
So the foxgloves you should be okay with, but any of our annuals, generally speaking, you just need to keep your eye on the frost. I mean, where I'm living, I've looked at the next couple of weeks and there's no frost at all, but you never know, obviously.
There's always that late frost that happens, isn't there? I'm going to find out what my mum's saying is. There's a saying about... I'll find out what it is.
You know, you've said it before.
I know, and I can't remember. I'll text my mum and get her to tell me what it is.
About
but you always know about
something being frost and gone.
You've got to wait until blah, blah, and there's a rhyme. Anybody know it? Message us in the chat. Let us know. What's your rhyme for remembering when you can plant things out? Do make sure you're using the code, though, to get that free postage, please. Every single item you look at in the potting shed has free postage. If you see something you like, place an order. And then if you see something else you like, you can place an order. There's no downside because there's no postage to pay.
Now, something that I always grow every single year, osteospermums. I mean, they are absolutely the most sensational summer flowering bedding plant that you can buy. And this one is, I think, the colour palette. It's like, I look at that, it's like the best sunrise or the best sunset, actually, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we call it the sunset shades, actually. I mean, it could be a sunrise quite happily, but some beautiful golden tones in there.
Yeah, I think it's more of a sunset because there's some pinks in there as well, isn't there?
Yeah, there's some beautiful hues. Now, these are perennial, but they're tender perennials. We do have hardy osteospermums, but these are, you can get them to go through to the next year with just a little bit of care. You did it last year with the other ones, didn't you? And you actually got them to go over.
Yeah, half of my purple sun survived, and I didn't protect them, actually. I mean, it's amazing that half
especially where you live.
How would they survive? Because I did not protect them. But yeah, as Bex was saying, these will survive a mild winter, but some people just grow them for the summer. And these are osteospermums. A lot of people know these as the African daisy. They come from South Africa, but they grow very nice in the UK. What I love about osteospermums as well is when it's sunny, they kind of like open fully out, like us on a sun lounge. You go like, the sun's here. But then when the sun goes in, they tend to close up as well.
And they don't take much looking after. They do want a nice bright sunny spot. Deadheading I find is important. If you don't keep up on your deadheading, then they'll stop flowering for a little while. So just regularly just give them a little deadhead. They do attract perennials into your garden. They've got a wonderful perennials. Pollinators. It begins with a P.
Yeah, I knew what you meant.
And they form nice little clumps as well, reaching about maybe 35 centimetres in height, but they will spread by a little bit more than that as well.
But if you look at the colour palette, and I mean, mean, there are many different varieties of osteospermums, but the sunset shades, absolutely outstanding. A lot of these are kind of bi-coloured. A lot of them have got slight sort of like dark edges on the petals. Pollinators love them, as Bex was saying. All those perennials love them, by the way. But you get 12 plug plants that are easy to grow. Just give them a nice sunny spot, and they will flower their socks off all summer long.
Anthony, thank you.
What?
Don't cast a clout till May is out. That's exactly the saying that my mum says.
Don't what?
Don't cast a clout till May is out.
Don't cast a
clout. I don't really
clout.
understand it, but it basically means you can't plant anything until the end of May.
Don't cast a clout.
Which I don't believe is true, because I think you can, depending on where you live. But that's the saying. That's the one she always says.
I don't get it.
Don't cast a clout till May is out.
Cast a clout? What does that mean?
Anthony, explain it for us.
Yeah. I mean, thank you.
Thank you so much.
But I still don't get
exactly
it. What am I
it
missing here?
Don't cast a clout till May is out.
Even Stu has no idea, and he's got an IQ of 168, and he doesn't know.
Mum, are you watching? Message us, let us know.
I can imagine my mum saying that. Don't cast a clout till May is out.
Make sure you're using your code, please, YGTV1325. £15 saving on there, and then you'll get a 15% discount with your club membership, and you'll get free postage for using that code.
I do know they've been really popular over the past week or so, and it's a beautiful palette, and it is that perfect sunset. It really is. Right, we have also got another favourite. I got these last year.
Absolutely adore these.
I do.
Gazanias are just awesome, aren't they?
Yeah.
I mean, the colours.
These go well together, I would say.
I agree, actually. Looking at those next to each other, they look fantastic. I mean, these are a tender perennial as well. I had actually planted some. They got through a few winters quite happily, but a really, really bad winter knocked them out.
I'm giggling because only one of mine has survived. But again, I did not put them in the greenhouse. They're in the worst part of the garden.
Look at those colours, though. The stripes you get going through those. These are fiery colour combos, drought tolerant as well. Once these get established, you can put these in the hottest, sun-baked part of your garden, and if you forget to water, these are still going to be absolutely fine. And
again, a bit like the osteospermums, they do tend to open up in the sunshine, close up a little bit as it gets dull. But when you look at the petals, and they look as if they've been hand painted.
They do, don't they?
Amazing.
These are also great for coastal locations as well. You know, salt air, you know, windy areas, obviously, which you get in coastal locations. These are tolerant of those. So this is a good one if you're living on the coast.
I tell you what, don't we all get excited when we see our summer bedding like this? Imagine your gardens this summer
filled.
Oh, honestly. And again, just when any of the plug plants arrive, give them a little drink. So give them a little soak. Some, depending on what variety you get, some are individually labelled. So if there's certain varieties, they will be individually labelled. And don't know if you can see that on the mini greenhouse, but can you see that A all the way through to G? There you go. So, and they coordinate with all of the labels on there. Sometimes they're all the same, but sometimes they are individually, labelled. So give them a good drink, grow them on. So in 9 centimetre pots, use our Prima Professional compost, and only put them outside when. What is it? What's a clout business again?
Don't cast a clout till May is out. So Anne's told us it means removing clothing clout, C-L-O-U-T, as there are still frosts, which resonates with plants. I don't know, Stu. You don't throw off your clothes until it warms up, basically.
I wouldn't dream of it.
That's what it is. It's a genuine... Stu's ranting in our ears now.
Look!
It's a well-known saying, so there you go.
Yes. But to make it simple, just make sure any of the summer bedding doesn't go fully outside until the risk of frost has passed. There we go. But we love the clout business, whatever it is.
I do.
Right, loads to show you. So don't forget, all of you new regulars. And can we just say as well, hello to everybody that's watching us on the Craft Store.
Nice to have your company. Thank you so much. We are only here until 12 o'clock. That's for everybody today. We've got a big special thing going on this afternoon, so we've got another hour and a half left. Loads to show you.
But we just found out how many new customers we had from the Craft Store. So pleased. So thank you so much to all of the new customers that found us from the Craft Store. Bex and I worked on a craft channel for Craft for
Ages.
Yeah, years.
Yeah.
But yeah, and you happened to, I don't remember Bex, but you were.
I was behind the camera.
Yeah, Bex was actually quite important. She was like one of the managers there. Yeah, and I did some
very
shows,
good
didn't
at
I?
it. Anyway.
Hey,
I wasn't very good at it.
you all right?
Nah, I wasn't.
Yeah, people didn't moan about you too much.
Not to my face, anyway.
Nah.
Right, let's
No,
move on.
they didn't. Right, loads more to show you. So don't forget, you can order on the website, the phone lines, but do use that offer code to get all of the discounts and the free postage, which is YGTV 1325. Go to the website. If you click on the live now, there we are. And there's so I always love the screen grab. It's a good one of you this week, Bex.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, that's a good one of you. We never get a good one of both of us. I look like I've swallowed a wasp there, but anyway. But hey, I tell you what is good. We've got free postage on the composter strulch, the heavy duty pots, which are amazing.
And the blooming fast.
Yeah, that's a big old tub.
Oh, that's awesome. That's the feed we were just talking about.
Yeah.
So grab that.
And we have got the deal of the week coming up as well, which is the YouGarden perennial collection. So everything that you see on the live show has got free shipping when you use the code. And look, got some amazing, say, summer bedding coming up. So all you need to do, right, there's the Sun Sensation. Let's just take everything else out. Right, that's our shop from last week. Now, right, there we go. Right. So our standard postage is $6.99. Okay. Use our code 1325. Now, am I right in saying if we put the little trial size of Blooming Fast, would it add postage? I think it would because it's not on the show. Let's just double check. I think it would. Yeah, it does. So don't do that today. I would go for the big tub today.
Yeah,
that's on the show. Because that's not going to have postage, and that'll last you, God, years. So there you go. And so it's anything on the show, we'll give you free postage. So keep your code in the basket the whole time, and that unlocks any promotion that is currently available. And also, there's a little memo there about joining the club. Now remember, the club membership is brilliant. All you need to do, that was Bex before she went blonde, by the way, is join the club today for a tenner and you'll get 15% off all of the plants, the compost, the pots and everything else. Let's remind you of everything we've seen so far, and we are busy. So we started off with that climbing hydrangea, brand new today, and I'll give you the details. There it is. It's only $24.99. Now this is amazing because it will do very well in shade. It's okay in part sun, but it's great in shade as well. And it will flower for several months in the summer. All you need to do is keep it nice and moist. And eventually it could go several meters big, but it's very easy to cut back as well. 550-381. Then that brand new Ceanothus, the Ceanothus thriciflorus repens, but been grown as a pyramid with the trellis there. So a beautiful plant. It's got the award of garden merit. It's great for pollinators. Flowers sort of end of April, May time, and you get a carpet of lilac that is absolutely magnificent. And the item for that one is 511153. Right, my top tip today, jumbo fuchsias. These sell out every single year. We cannot keep up with these. And they are huge. The flowers are absolutely huge. So if you love fuchsias, but you want bigger, bolder flowers, this is a collection to go for. You get 4 varieties, so you get Bella Rosella, you get Voodoo, you get Deep Purple, you get Swing Time, but all of the flowers are huge and they will flower all summer long as you deadhead and do feed. That's what I'm saying about the Blooming Fast. Make sure you keep those well fed. But they are amazing, honestly. And they will do very well in park shade, fuchsias, so you don't need full sunshine. They do great in park shade. Right, one of Bex's favourites today. She grew this last year and they were absolutely magnificent. This is a digitalis, it says foxglove, but it's a brand new breed known as Illumination Flame. And it's very different from your traditional foxgloves. You know, we think of foxgloves being sort of, cream and pinks and traditional colours, but this is almost, well, it is luminous. It's like a flame that's lit up. and they are big jumbo plugs that will flower this year, fully winter hardy, and they will come back for many, many years to come, and that is 480579. And then if you're looking for a different type of sunflower, this is Sensation. So this repeat flowers throughout the summer. It doesn't just grow one flower, it grows many, many flowers all the way through the summer. Can grow up to about a metre, but this forms more of a bushy plant. So you don't just get like the tall stem with one sunflower on the top. And the foliage as well is magnificent, but those sunflowers are just perfect. They really are. Absolutely beautiful. 401535. I love these. I adore osteospermums. They come from South Africa. They're often referred to as the African daisy, and they love a sunny spot. And they are drought tolerant when established, so it's one of those that you can go away on holiday for a week and you should be absolutely fine. But it is all about the colour palette on those, and honestly, they are like the most perfect sunset with yellows and oranges and pinks and ochres. Sensational. 1498 401 631. Then we brought you our gazanias, but do you know my mum had these last year and she loved them. I have to say they brightened up her border magnificently. 401 330. The gazania firecrackers at just $12.99. Don't forget any of the summer bedding, the fuchsias, the sunflower, the osteospermums, the gazanias. Just give them a little I've got to get my teeth in now. Give them a little bit of protection from the frost as well. But we've mentioned our discount club a few times today. It's an amazing club. Bex and I joined it 2 years ago when we started working for YouGarden, and we have saved hundreds and hundreds of pounds. And I know so many of you lovely regulars love our club, and it got even better this year. So if you want to join the club, maybe you're brand new from the craft store and you're placing your first order, you're thinking, oh, I'd like to save a bit more money. This is what you could save if you join our incredible discount club right now. If you love your garden as much as we love ours, then why not join the YouGarden Discount Club?
The club has been running for many years, and it's where thousands of our customers enjoy a whole host of benefits to ensure that they get the most out of their gardens for less.
Now is a great time to join the YouGarden Discount Club, as the benefits have just got even better. So what do you get when you join the club?
Firstly, our members will get bigger discount rates all year round. So you'll now receive 15% off our range of plants and accessories, and that's on top of any other discounts you might have.
For those bigger investments, such as garden furniture or lawnmowers, for example, you now get 7.5% discount on all of our outdoor living and machinery range.
In addition to the ongoing discounts, you'll also get more voucher value when you join or renew your club membership. We will send you 4 £5 product vouchers, which you can redeem throughout the year against the cost of your orders.
And as a new added benefit, you will now receive 2 free P&P vouchers, which can be redeemed against the cost of your shipping.
Club members get priority access to exclusive offers and brand new products at our best prices.
We'll keep you up to date with fantastic advice and top tips from our grown experts and professional gardeners to make sure that you get the most from your new purchases and existing plants. The best way to join the club is with our auto-renewal subscription. You'll pay £10 per year, then at the end of the year we will automatically renew your membership to ensure you retain all of your benefits. Plus, the price you pay when you join will never go up for as long as you remain a member, and that's a guarantee.
And remember, when you join the club, you will start saving from the very first order you make, as the discounts will be applied immediately. So with all that the YouGarden Discount Club has to offer, why not join us and start saving today?
We'd love to help you make the most of your garden for less with the YouGarden Discount Club. Spot the difference.
I really hope you can spot the difference.
I love it blonde.
Mum, you were right.
Yes.
How annoying, my mother was right.
Right, talking right, our compost is definitely the right compost for you to buy. You saw the club there, a little clip film there. Do join the club today. All of those amazing benefits. But if you join the club, every time you buy our top-selling compost, you save £3.75. That's a lot to save.
Big, yeah.
I mean, you know, I bought 3 lots of compost last week. So I saved over £10.
Yeah.
So that was my club membership straight back in one go.
Straight away.
So honestly, join the club today and save £3.75 on the compost every single time you order. And it's our best seller at YouGarden. You get 100 litres delivered in 250-litre bags, saving nearly £20 today, even more if you're a club member. Where do we start?
I think let's start with the texture, because I think this is the thing that most people comment on when they first open a bag of this, because the texture is very unlike other composts that you may have bought in the past, and that is not a bad thing, okay? That's actually a really good thing. This is made up of 50% composted wood fibre, so we actually increase the amount of composted wood fibre in here, and that's what gives it this light, open, airy texture, and that has multiple benefits. Roots can grow really easily. They can reach for their nutrients, for their moisture, and they can form a really strong root base. Oxygen is vital to, proper root development, but it also helps with even water distribution, and it also helps to hold on to the moisture in there. So that composted wood fibre has multiple uses.
Now, you've also got different types of peat in here. Light peats, dark peats, renewable peats, such as sphagnum moss peat. And we've reduced the peat quantity, obviously because of environmental needs, but it is still there, and I think that is fundamental. We don't use coir in this, and although coir, it can be good. Coir is used in a lot of peat-free compost, but it's very low in nutrition. You've always got to add lots of fertiliser to coir. But also, if coir dries out a few times, sometimes it does get harder to rehydrate, even though it initially rehydrates very well. So you have got the different types of peat in there, but with reduced quantities and replenishable ones as well.
We've got a slow-release fertiliser. There's little green balls in here. As you run through the compost, you'll see those green balls there. Those are like little shells, and it breaks down, releases that feed into the compost, so it's your insurance policy for when you forget. Because we all do.
Yeah, and it just gets the plants off to a great start.
Yeah, absolutely.
It doesn't overfeed them initially. It just slowly drip feeds that food for up to 6 months. Now, you've also got a pH buffer in here. We won't get too complicated, but basically, this is the perfect pH for nearly all plants out there. The only ones that are not suitable for this are acid-loving plants. Things like your rhododendrons, your camellias, and your blueberries, they need an ericaceous compost, but for everything else, it is perfect.
And finally, there's a wetting agent in here, which basically makes the water stick to it. It helps to soak up that water and hold on to it. Ellen has just commented saying that it's the only compost she will ever use now. We always get these messages from our regular customers here that tell us it's the best compost. They will never use anything else. It's their gold medal compost. And once you've tried it, you become a compost snob. Yeah. And we are not sorry for that, because you need to be a compost snob. If you want the best plants, the biggest flowers, the most fruit production, the most vegetable production, this is the one to use.
And it is false economy to buy cheaper compost. It really is. If your plants don't thrive, if they don't survive, then you've wasted your money.
Buy cheap, buy twice.
It's true. Yeah. It's very, anyway, if you want it, it is the compost that we use on the nursery. We've had thousands of 5-star reviews over the years. 100, 1, 2, 5. But we have now got... Oh, we still haven't got a jingle for this.
Deal of the week.
It's a deal.
Deal of the week. Yeah, we can't sing. We're better gardeners than we are singers.
Wasn't it? Yeah, we are totally right. But it is the deal of the week, and with the club discount price, you are getting 24 perennials, 2 each of the plugs, so you get, say, 24 in total, and it works out pennies.
$16.99 if you're a club member. So
I'm trying to work out that.
Crazy.
So for club members, what is that per plant? I'm normally good at this.
Stu will get his calculator out.
Right, I'm going to have a go. I'm going to have a go. Right. Okay. I can't get it exact, but it's about 80p a plant. Less than 71
pence a plant. 70.8 apparently.
Wow, that's even better than I thought.
There you go. For each one of these, and they're perennials, and they're going to come back for you year after year, and it's a wonderful, wonderful mix. We can't guarantee exactly, but this is a perfect this is a really good representation of what you're going to get.
Yeah, I'll go with that. Oh, just over 70p. But you've got some now. All right, Stu, you got it right this time.
Can we talk about the plant and not the maths?
I'll be honest, I'm normally good at maths. It's been a busy week, and I've had no car for 2 weeks now. I've been stressed, believe me,
Yeah.
because I live in the middle of nowhere. You know, I mean,
It's not like you can just, jump on a bus or something, is it?
I've needed a horse this week. This lady came by the house on a horse because I do want to live in this little village. I was thinking, I could have actually done with one of those this week. No, I can't ride a horse, but I was that desperate. I would have given it a try. I have ridden a horse as a child. Well,
I
as a
loved
teenager.
horse riding. It was good
Yeah.
fun. Well, let me tell you what some of the varieties.
Yes, let's talk about, because you've got some new ones in this collection as
Yeah,
well.
definitely. So you've got Alchemilla up here, we've got Aquilegia, we've got Coreopsis at the top there. Going down, we've got the lovely foxglove Dalmatian foxglove, rather. You've got a dianthus in there
That's
as well.
nice.
We've got delphinium, there's heuchera, there is another hollyhock, is that the Chater's mix?
Yes, it
isn't
is, the
double
doubles,
flowered
yes.
ones there. We've got the Nepeta Blue Moon. A favourite of ours, Verbena bonariensis.
Yeah.
Oh my word, that one is absolutely gorgeous.
Another
Rudbeckia.
Felia,
Oh, and
another
those two
favourite rather.
planted together are incredible.
And these are interesting, don't you think?
Yeah, so these are poppies, aren't they?
Yeah.
Papava, champagne bubbles. They're
Iceland
called.
poppy, I think I know it as.
Yeah.
But two of each of those. As Beck said, you may get some other ones, but that gives you a very good idea of the type of plants. And when you look, different heights, different fragrances, different types of flowers.
Clump forming as well. I mean, one of those Rudbeckias, for example, over the period of 3-4 years, you get a really big clump from them. I had 15 flowers one year, 25, 30 the next year from one Rudbeckia.
Wow. And you may get, say, perennial salvias in there. You may get a scabious that we're looking at right now. So it's a mixture, but they are all very, very well-known perennials that will absolutely thrive here in the UK.
If you've got a brand new garden, so new build, empty garden, that's your perennial border in a box right there.
It really is. And
but if you've got an established garden, this is great for filling in those little gaps. And all you're going to do is grow these on. Sean's going to show you now. We've got a little 9cm pot, bit of our compost. Pop it in there. Although these are winter hardy, grow them on a little bit first before you plant them out. So put them on a windowsill somewhere,
That's it.
in your greenhouse.
And it literally
label them.
took seconds to do that, really did.
Yeah.
But that little bit of work will save you a fortune. And you may be somebody, I love my summer bedding, but some of my previous gardens were pretty much all summer and winter bedding. So every year I was having to buy lots of new plants. Whereas when you've got the backbone of your garden as perennials, they come back every single year, just get bigger and stronger. Some of these will self-seed. A lot
Especially
of them will
verbena.
clump form. Yeah, verbena.
Yeah, and then you add to it with your perennials, don't you? That's where you can then add to it and get those pops of colour going
Add
on.
with your annuals, you mean? You're obsessed with the word perennial
We've
today.
got a really long day today and I'm really struggling. I'm tripping over my words, aren't we? I'm going to have to sort myself out.
It's fine. You'll let us off, won't you?
Sorry,
We are a
sorry.
bit giddy as well, but yeah, mixing your annuals with your perennials. But they are, many of these are award-winning as well. A lot of these have got things like the Award of Garden Merit. But I like it. I think there's some quite unusual varieties there.
Yeah,
these are
lovely.
not just bulk standard perennials. There's some quite exciting ones. I mean, I think just looking at here, things like the hollyhocks, they are doubles.
Yeah.
So really, really spectacular, aren't they? I like this new poppies.
Yeah, unusual pops.
Yeah.
And look at the saving. We've taken £10 off already, so it brings it down to $19.99. And with your club discount, that comes down to $16.99. And of course, you're
Amazing.
getting free postage on this as well. 2 of those mini greenhouses delivered direct to your door with no postage attached. Use the code though, YGTV1325.
That's amazing. It is.
Yeah, it's awesome.
When my voice goes really high, it means it's a very
He's
special
excited.
deal. Yes. Now we are going to move on to something that I love growing, and these are not the ceanothus. That's already been and gone.
No, it is the Impatiens, the Busy Lizzie beacon that we've
Yes.
got here. And the reason that we love these is because, unusually for summer bedding, these actually don't need the brightest, sunniest spot. These can cope in a more shady spot in the garden. So it's really good for versatility, but also breeding breakthrough. A few years ago, lots of Busy Lizzies suffered with that downy mildew disease,
Yeah.
and these have been bred to be resistant to that. So you've got 2 really amazing features with this plant. plant. It can tolerate some shade, and of course, it's disease resistant.
And I'm going to say I have grown this almost in full shade.
Yeah.
So it's great if you want to suppress weeds and you just want to fill in the gaps around your shrubs. Busy lizards are amazing, and you don't have to deadhead. They just look after themselves. Just keep feeding them, but they are brilliant. They really, really are. And I think they look great. Say filling in the gaps, filling in the shady areas, but also just en masse. They're beautiful.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, look at that.
Consistent growth all summer long, and you know they reliably outperform other varieties, and they're just super simple. Super easy.
Look at that.
Yes, deadheading will encourage more blooms to come through, but you just don't need to worry too much about it. And they really don't care what the weather is either. Yeah. Amazing.
They're just so reliable. They really, really are. But again, you need to keep them protected from frost. Busy lizards are one of the most sensitive to frost, actually.
Yeah.
The slightest frost and they would go over.
So just grow them on and then plant them out, you know, after the clout has gone.
Right.
A new one for you now. We've got the petunia.
I dread seeing what everyone's saying about us in the group chat today. We're like two school children, aren't we?
Good morning, everybody. Hello, welcome.
Yes.
You are joining us in the potting shed. This is YGTV. I'm Bex. This is Shaun. And we are bringing you some amazing plants.
I think we've got spring fever today. That's what it is. So we're going to move on to some petunias, and we both love these. These are one of the new varieties.
I love the colours.
I do.
We have got quite a lot of peachy tones on the show today, and I'm loving it because it is a beautiful colour.
I think if you're trying to go for theme this year, we've got a lot of, say, lovely reds, oranges and peaches. But these petunias, they're called apricot shades petite because the whole plant and the flowers are a little bit more compact than your regular petunias. But look at the individual markings on these. They are absolutely spectacular.
They're quite unique, aren't they? Definitely. I mean, they're wonderful bedding blooms, these. So I know we talk about petunias being trailing plants, but actually these are more for your bedding areas. So pots and in borders and things.
A bit more compact.
Yeah, they don't get too big. They might get to about 30 centimetres in height. They'll spread by about 15, 20 centimetres. So perfect for putting into pots, but perfect for filling gaps at maybe the front of your borders and things. They bring a definite warmth with those colour tones that we've got here. Those apricot orange, you've got kind of vivid streaked veining in those kind of reddish colours there as well. And they're going to flower all summer long. I mean, these should get going from about May right the way through to October. I would definitely do a little bit of pinching out on them. So you might delay your flowering by a couple of weeks by pinching out, but it will give you, you know, better sort of blooms later on. I wouldn't do it yet. They need to grow up just a little bit more. But when I say pinch out, obviously you take the top of a stem, pinch it down to a pair of leaf buds, get rid of that bit, and then it'll encourage branching. So where you would have had one, you'll get two, which means more flowers. But I would wait till they're just a little bit bigger.
And we were saying they're like, in terms of size, like a cross between a regular sort of like petunia, like a spinny petunia, and a calibrachoa, so in between. But really lovely, aren't they? And I think they go really well with things like the gazanias, the osteospermums that we've already seen. So if you want like a hot garden, lots of oranges and ochres and yellows, they'd be absolutely superb. Now this is unusual.
I want this one. I want this one. I love hollyhocks anyway. I think they're gorgeous, but I adore the colour of this. We call this the hollyhock black. It's not quite black, but it's a really deep, dark colour. And this, for contrast in your garden, I mean, towering height you're going to get from it, first of all, but then the contrast of the colour will be amazing.
I will try and find some pictures. My mum had this in her garden.
Did she?
But she bought a mixed pack from YouGarden. Somehow we didn't know what colour it was going to be. When it came out, we were like, and it grew. I'm going to say it grew to about 8 foot, 9 foot.
Yeah.
It was massive.
I mean, they can. We say about 1.5 metres, but honestly, I think, you know, you can get them taller. Yeah. Certainly in subsequent years as well, because these are perennial plants. They will come back for you. They disappear underground, and then they come back again. You're getting 3 9-centimetre pots here as well. Look at the colour. Do you know what I'm thinking, Bex? If you grew these behind your digitalis illumination, that'd be striking, wouldn't it? Yeah, it's a really thin border where I've got them, though. I might have to move them. Anyway, or I'll just get some more. Who cares? They're on the show this week.
Anyway?
I'll just get some more, don't you worry. Sunny, sheltered spot is what they want. Really sunny. They definitely like, they're sun lovers, these. They do have the Royal Horticultural Society accolade of being perfect for pollinators. They're winter hardy, they're perennial. They do tend to seed about as well. So you'll plant 3, you'll get lots more in later years. And it's a half price deal. We've taken £15 off. I bet these are rooty as well. I love the leaves on them too. Aren't they cool?
You know, if you love your hollyhocks,
Ooh, yeah,
but you just want a newer variety, something a bit more striking. I do remember this one in my mum's board last year, and it really stole the show.
Yeah,
56884 for that beautiful, and it is as close to black as you can imagine. But I'd say there's a little bit of chocolate in there, a little bit of purple as well. But I love the height of it, definitely back of the border.
We've got another favourite for you with begonias, but this is a brand new one. I've not seen this one before. This is begonia on top. Sun Glow is what we're calling this one. You can see where that name comes from, can't you, with the colour that you've got there. Wow! I love a begonia.
I get the sun glow. I don't know where the on top bit comes.
No, I don't know either.
No.
Sun Glow, I'll go with that. I mean, it's a remarkable colour display that you've got here, and we know begonias are, I mean, they're a, you know, UK summer favourite, aren't they? They're certainly a YouGarden customer favourite because they are resistant to weather. They don't mind, you know, sunny or part shady positions. If it's hot and dry, they'll be fine. If it's wet and windy, they'll be fine. A bit of feeding definitely helps, but if you forget, to be honest, begonias are just, they just carry on, don't they?
Well, I tend to plant up. I look after a pub garden in the village, as most of you regulars know, and I use loads of begonias because I think they give the biggest show for the least effort. Basically, they are undemanding. They flower all summer long. They're not difficult in any shape or form. But what is interesting, because sometimes plants that are low maintenance can be a bit dull. A bit mediocre, but begonias put on a massive show.
Yeah, and it's not just the flowers either. I mean, look at the foliage. Look at the tones you get on the foliage there. I know that's the underside, but you do get to see that. And the top side, I think, is really interesting. And it's the perfect foil, isn't it? It's the perfect backdrop for those really showy, beautiful flowers. And they're, you know, these are strong. These are professionally grown. They are just raring to grow in your gardens. All you've got to do is grow them on a little bit. They are frost tender, so grow them on in your pots, put them on your windowsills, or plant up your hanging baskets and keep your hanging baskets inside, and then take them out once the frosts have passed. You'll get the best display from those.
Honestly, you cannot go wrong with begonias.
Yeah,
you can't. And now I think it's fair to say the past couple of years with YouGarden, out of all the summer bedding, begonias have definitely been a
I'm
favourite.
doing begonias this year for my hanging baskets. I planted them up. That's what I'm doing in my hanging baskets.
And so if you're short of time, some summer bedding, you've constantly got to tender it to some degree.
Yeah.
But not with ours. Right, we'll go this way, Bex.
I don't know. I forgot what Stu said. Where are we going, Stu?
He's forgotten.
A couple of VT reminders to get us to the middle.
Oh, yeah, that's what he said. Right, here's a couple of VT reminders to get us to the middle.
Mad at us.
Our compost. If you are new to YouGarden, I know we've got some new viewers watching from the craft store, thank you so much. This is our bestseller. Club members, if you join the club today, £15, don't forget, then all you pay is £21.23. You get 2 big 50-litre bags delivered free of charge, 125. It is the best compost, we believe, in the UK, and it's the one that we use at the nursery, and it's been our bestseller for many, many years, 125. Then, an absolute favourite, I mean, Bex and I rave on about these. I've just bought another 4. I've now got about 20. These are our heavy duty pots. Why do we love them? This is my garden. They are something that I use all the time. So those Christmas trees, I put hessian sacks around at Christmas time, make them look pretty. The rest of the year, they just live in their heavy duty pots. Tomatoes, that's one tomato plant in that pot, and it absolutely thrives. So tomatoes, potatoes, raspberry canes, you name it. Right, great for storing tools, great when you're doing jobs and you've got many things that you need to carry about because you've got 2 big handles. That looks a mess, but it's because I don't know what to do with it. So it's got a temporary home in that pot, but it's been there about 4 years. When I'm using our compost, I find it a lot easier to decant the compost in one of the pots. It makes it so much quicker, particularly if you're planting up en masse. If you've got lots of, say, plug plants that you're growing on, planting up, put your compost in one of our heavy duty pots and you'll get a lot more work done in a shorter amount of time. And obviously deadheading, absolute breeze with your heavy duty pots. You get loads in there, 30 litres. That's a cord line that I was just cutting the dead leaves off there. But again, you can store so much in here. And when you're tidying up leaves, that's a nightmare area in my garden. Underneath eucalyptus, always lots of debris. Just use your heavy duty pots. So they are absolutely amazing. They get fantastic 5-star reviews, and you get all 4 today on YouGarden TV for 99 cents. That is the best garden helper you could ever purchase. 130011. And then we've got our stroll. She was using this yesterday, as it happens. This is so multi-purpose. It's a really good egg. So first of all, slugs and snails. It's a brilliant deterrent. Now it's 100% organic and natural. So you can see there, we've got it around lupins. Quite often lupins get really played by slugs when they've got their first new growth of the season. So what Strugs does, it makes, the slugs and snails just don't like the feeling of it. So if they come near it, they just think, oh, I don't like the feel of that, and then they just move away. But also it retains moisture. So any things that you need to keep moist, things like hydrangeas, raspberry canes, brilliant for that. It suppresses weeds because it stops light getting through to the soil. It helps suppress weeds as well. We say it stays effective for about 2 years, but after then, if you just mix it in to your soil, it can really open up the structure as well, particularly if you've got heavy soils. 100-086, 22.99. Right, we've got Weird and Wonderful now. Did you buy this? No, you didn't, did you?
No, I haven't got any of the citrus yet. I'm being careful on what I buy because obviously we're hoping to move house later this year, so I am actually having to be a little bit careful.
No, I get it, yeah.
It's hard because there's so many things I want to get, but I've just got to hold off a little while.
I'm making up for you, Bex.
I'm still doing a bit. I'm still getting out there, but yeah, it's just a bit tricky.
Now, we actually both launched this about what?
No, I think it's about 5-6 weeks ago now, is it?
4 or 5 weeks. And it's basically our head buyer, Peter McDermott, head gardener.
Head gardener.
Well, he was head buyer on that occasion.
Yeah, he did both jobs, didn't he?
He went to Sicily, worked with some amazing growers and breeders there, and hand-selected an outstanding citrus and Mediterranean collection, and this is one of the highlights.
Yeah, I love this. I think it's really sort of unusual, beautiful. It's called the rainbow orange. It's actually a hybrid citrus tree. It's a cross between a blood orange and a lemon, which sounds fascinating, doesn't it? And we actually tried one of the fruits.
Oh,
I mean, it was zesty, it was citrusy, it was quite sharp, but I think it'll sweeten up a little bit. I think we it was a little early, but I mean, look at how pretty that is. Beautiful. Wonderful stripes that you get around the fruits there. They are quite easy to look after as well. You know, they want to go outside in the summertime, but put them in a lovely pot, take them outside in the summer, let them enjoy all the glorious sunshine, enjoy the fragrance as well from those flowers. We often talk about the fruits. The flowers smell amazing. They're sweet, aren't they? Like gardenia or jasmine.
It's worth buying just for the flowers and the fragrance, but it will produce these stunning rainbow oranges. 341.09. So yes, outside in the summer, inside in the winter, just a few do's and don'ts. They do like a lot of food in the summer, so we've got a citrus feed, our Blooming Fast citrus feed. Feed them weekly in the summer months when they're growing. In the winter, bring them in and don't overwater them in the winter.
Yeah, really reduce it down in winter time. Yeah. They're beautiful though, something a little bit unusual, something a little bit different, and of course you're getting free postage on that as well, as long as you use the code YGTV1325. We need to say thank you to Julie.
Hello, Julie.
Julie, good morning to you. Thank you. I believe you're watching us from the craft store, and we want to say thank you because you received your order. You placed your order for your skyscrapers and your fuchsias. So I hope you're very happy with those.
Is Julie a club member yet?
Are you a club member yet, Julie?
Let us know.
Are you going to join?
But thank you.
I think you should.
Thank you to everybody that's joined us from the craft store and all of our regulars, of course, as well.
Yeah, definitely. So Neil's in. Obviously, he's got his usual dipping in and out as he's working on the printing and everything. Olwyn is saying, I need more gold medal compost. Yes, absolutely. Talking about the plans for the weekend of doing various gardening as well. Neil says, my order of Coreopsis, Uptick and Hellebore Double Ellen are out for delivery today. That was a really good choice. Talking lupins, will any be on the show soon, especially the mini ones? I don't know, Neil, but I'm sure we can ask for you.
We had lupins last year. Oh, Craig, thanks.
Craig's brought the... he's going to get on camera. He's going to get on camera. Oh, look, his hand is just on camera, that's it.
He's got great hands as Craig. Thank you, Craig.
Olwen is saying her delivery is 20 stops away, so keep us appraised, whatever that word is. Let us know, keep us appraised of that countdown. We love joining you on the countdown.
Appraised? That's quite good.
Being all fancy today.
I know what praise means, Stu.
He's just amazed that I was using that word.
I was just shocked it's not one of your regular words.
I know, well, there you go.
Yeah.
Ali G!
Ali G!
Ali G, thank you so much for your pictures. We love to see what's going on in your gardens, what's happening, what's looking good, what's not looking good even. We don't mind those either. But we've got that lovely honeyberry here, and I can tell it's the honeyberry because, oh yeah, you can see those flowers coming, which means that you might have fruits this year. Because if there's flowers, there's the potential of fruits, isn't there? Love the honeyberry. Oh, Julie. Julie's got back in touch. She said she did join the club. She joined on her first order, which is the right way to do it. Well done,
so,
Julie.
Julie, I don't know when you joined, but... Oh, so was that today the first order? Was that the first order?
No, well, she's received it, so she must have,
So hopefully, Julie, you will have received your welcome pack with all of your vouchers.
Fingers crossed. If it's not arrived yet, it'll be there very soon.
You normally get that about a week after you actually join.
And Olwen sent a lovely picture. This is a nice little corner of your garden, Olwen. So she's got a lovely daffodils growing there. That looks like, is that a ceanothus?
Yeah, that looks like a ceanothus to me.
Looks like a ceanothus there.
Oh, actually, I don't know. Hang on, just zoom in again.
It looks quite low. No, it's not a ceanothus, is it? What's that, Olwen? Tell us, what is that?
I don't know. It does look like a ceanothus to me. Yeah. I wanted to know what was in the green pots at the front because they've just been planted, haven't they?
They have, with strulch around them as well. Interesting. Yeah, I can't guess what that is. It's too small, I'm afraid. But yes, looking lovely. So thank you.
What's in that one there? Are these anemones? Yeah.
Anemones. Anemones.
Yeah. Anyway, lovely display. Oh, so we've been really nosy. It's like, what's that? What's that?
I love doing it though. I love seeing it in your gardens. If you do want to send us any pictures anytime, please do. There's an email address at the bottom of the screen there, ygtv@yougarden.com. We're happy to share your pictures. We love seeing in your gardens. It gives us ideas ourselves. And if you've got any questions, you're more than welcome to ask them. If we can answer them, we absolutely will.
Yeah. Now, we are going to move on to a stunning Acer. And when you see samples in the potting shed, this is very indicative of what you'll get. We don't show you big samples and give you something piddly. We try and bring you exactly what you are going to get. And Bex and I, we regularly go out on the nursery and check the stock, look at the samples, and if you see something nice, we'll maybe sometimes ask to get it on the show as well. But that for $21.99 or $18.69 for club members like Julie is a very nice, well-established Acer.
That's a really nicely established one, isn't it?
And the Orange Dream, that's one of the absolute favourites.
Well, yeah, because look at the colours you've got on there. I think this has come out a little bit earlier than most, to be honest with you. Mine are just starting to. You can just start seeing the leaves, and this one's come out just a little earlier. Don't mind, that's absolutely fine. But the colour combination that you've got on here, the fiery tips to those finely dissected leaves, this is what Acer is for me, and this is why I have an absolute love affair with Acers. I think they are calming, they give a wonderful sort of zen-like feel to any garden. They're easy, they're slow growing. This one's got the RHS Award of Garden Merit as well. And honestly, they are way easier than you might think. If you've not got an Acer in your garden, they are easy. They just ask two things. Put me somewhere sheltered and put me in dappled shade. That's what they want. They will get quite big, this one. It can get to maybe... I mean, this could probably grow up to 3 metres, so this could be a nice big one, but it's going to take 20 years to get to that sort of size. And if you don't want it to get that big, you can actually restrict the size of it. Bonsai, obviously, you can do lots of bonsai with Acers. That's quite a typical one that people bonsai. It's nice and simple. Just restrict the size of the pot that you put it in if you want to restrict the size of the ultimate plant. Beautiful colour range, and it is deciduous, so it drops its leaves, but I love the fiery display that you get from the leaves just before they drop in autumn. I mean, they give a real blaze.
Acers are beautiful, and they do give you that sense of tranquility and peace. As Bex was saying, they look great, water features and things like that as well. But actually, that's because they are slow growing. To get that in a 3-litre pot, that is already many, many years old. That's probably at least 2 to 3 years old.
Oh yeah, very much so.
But
nice
they are
and
beautiful.
Rooty, very healthy.
They are. I love the Orange Dream, one of the favourites.
Yeah, do you know, I don't think I've got that one.
I don't think you have.
I might need to get that one.
So if you haven't got an Acer, treat yourself to that. That is an incredible price. And look at the size of it. Delivered free, of course. $18.69 for club members. $21.99 if you're not. But the RRP, that is nearly £30. 510 282 is the item number.
Yeah,
I said 282.
282. Make sure you use the code to get the saving, but also your free postage. It's on everything that you see in the potting shed. We bring you free postage. You don't have to build your basket. You don't have to get your order to a certain amount. There's no minimum spend. You can come in and buy one item and get free postage, or you can come in and buy everything on the show and still get free postage.
And do us a little favour, you know, if you tell your friends about our live streams. They're every Thursday, 10 till 12, and we're also here on a Sunday, 10 till 12 as well.
That's it, yeah.
So 4 hours a week. Any shows that you miss, you can stream later on YouTube, of course, or on the YouGarden website. But we do love it, and you get some amazing deals on these shows.
You do indeed.
You really do. Right, so I have to say, this year has been incredible for Kojo Nome.
Hasn't it?
It really, really has.
I love a cherry blossom. Aren't they beautiful?
No,
I've got a tiny one in my garden, but you've got some more.
Because you've got the 9 centimetre.
I got a 9 centimetre, and that's what I wanted, because they're slow growing, so I wanted to go on that journey and watch it grow over the years and flourish. But you've had it for a few years, and you've got some established ones.
I bought the standard one, and this was mine yesterday.
Whoa!
And, I mean, honestly, Bex, it's just... There's actually a buzz. Oh, there's a bee. Yeah, it's actually buzzing with pollinators. But the reason why I think it's been a particularly good year, I mean, these always look fantastic in springtime, March time. We've had a really cold winter. With most blossoms, if there's a really cold winter, that gives you an even better display. But I always think with the Kojo Nome, I see it as a plant of 4 seasons because it looks great. I mean, that's what it looks like in spring.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Then you get the foliage in the summer, and the foliage is really attractive. In autumn, just like the Acer, it goes an amazing red. Like it's on fire. And then when it loses all its leaves and you get the bare branches, they're stunning because they kind of intertwine. They're like zigzaggy bit bonsai-like. And actually, I put little lights on mine at Christmas and it looks amazing. So, I mean, if you've not got a Kojo Nome, you really need one. And all you really required to have is a sunny spot and a nice well-drained soil. And that is it. But it does like a lot of sun.
A lot of sun. Well-drained soil, totally winter hardy, no pruning needed. You can if you want to shape it slightly, but you really don't need to. Nice and slow growing, so for smaller gardens, this is an absolute must-have because you don't want too vigorous plants in smaller gardens.
And this grows about 20 centimetres a year. And that's when, so the one at the front there is what the standard looked like when I bought it.
Yeah.
3 years later, it looks like the one behind me.
Oh, amazing. Have you still got a stake in the one in the ground?
No, that's the stem.
So that's how thick the stem. Okay, that's a really interesting comparison there because we always say this, don't we? That the stem will thicken.
It's got really kind of girthy.
But that's amazing.
It's a lot thicker than it used to be. But you can see the actual head hasn't grown huge, but looks amazing.
Yeah, and it's nice and sturdy there as well. So brilliant. I love that.
And that is 510014. Now, a lot of you have been asking about our blooming fast. So we have got the big 1.25 kilo tub, which is normally £99. It's got £2 off. Club members £15.29 and free delivery, of course, as well.
We don't do this very often with this at all. We do some deals on the smaller packets, but we don't tend to do deals, or certainly haven't in the time we've been here, have they? That is well worth grabbing, definitely. 1.25 kilograms is 5 gram per 5 litres, right?
Yes, 100 grams makes 100 litres.
I can't do the maths. There's a lot. It's a lot, basically.
Have you worked
250 watering cans.
Yeah, that makes...
That's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
There's a lot. Stu's wowing us with his maths, basically.
Yeah, my maths is rubbish today. I don't know what's...
We're giddy today.
Anyway, it works out 6 pence per watering can of feed. If you're a club member.
That's brilliant.
And it's for pretty much everything. Houseplants, veg.
Yeah, somebody asked me the other day, are there any exceptions? And the only real exceptions I can think of would be your ericaceous plants, the acid-loving plants, because they need a specific ericaceous feed. And everything else...
And your citrus.
Yeah, because that's ericaceous as well, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a mixture, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like...
Anyway, moving on. Pretty
If
much
we,
everything
Bex and I
else.
will be honest, if we had to list everything that a citrus plant needs, we couldn't do that straight away. But everything else is perfect.
It is. Love it. $15.29 discount club price and free postage.
And I recently fed all of my houseplants with this, and even in I'd say the last 3 weeks, they've
Makes a difference.
Yeah, honestly, they're so happy.
There you go.
So add that to your order. Right, time is flying.
It is indeed.
We're giddy.
You remind them of stuff, I'll change your table.
Right, we've got loads coming up, haven't we?
I know, there's loads to show you. Loads to show you.
I'm just looking, you've got lavender.
Yeah, I've got lavender and I've got some grow your own coming up. That's what's happening for this table next.
Yes. And quickly, by the way, that climbing hydrangea you are adoring today as well. 550381, £24.99, and you are saving extra £5. Don't forget, with the climbing hydrangea, they will grow very well in the shade. So if you're looking for a climber in a shady, maybe north-facing part of your garden, this is going to be superb. 550381. Right, then we brought you the Jumbo Fuchsias. I cannot recommend these highly enough. You get 4 different varieties. You get Deep Purple, you get Bella Rosella, you get Swing Time, you get Voodoo. So you get 3 of each. I grow these every year, and all I can say is, genuinely, the flowers. There you go. There's my hand. That one's Bella Rosella, and yes, they are magnificent. And I love all the layers that you've got as well. So you've got lots of different layers of petals. That's a Deep Purple variety, stunning. So yes, big, beautiful flowers. And all you need with these, keep them well fed. These do like to be fed with Blooming Fast every week, and Deadhead as well. When the flowers go over, they form like little berry-looking seed pods. Take them off and they'll flower all summer long. But absolutely amazing for 100,072. Then Bex grew these last year, and my word, they were sensational. It's one of the latest breeds of digitalis foxglove. It doesn't look like a foxglove, does it, because of the colour? But it is 6 jumbo plugs. They should all flower this year, and you've got a saving of nearly £8 on them. Discount club price $18.69, $485.79. Right, this has been really popular. It's a sunflower sensation, 12 plug plant. So it's a very, very beautiful sunflower. When I say beautiful, it grows into more of a almost like a. I just don't think what I'd compare this to, because it's multi-stemmed, it's multi-flowered. Yes, I could compare it to Summer's Day. But it doesn't, if you're thinking of sunflower, long, tall stems and single flowers, not at all. You get numerous flowers throughout the summer, gorgeous foliage, really nice and bushy plants. 401535. Then I love the next item also. It's our Osteospermum, the Aquila Sunset Shades. I love Osteospermums. They are sun worshippers, so a nice sunny spot. But it's a colour palette with this. It is like the most perfect sunset when you've got a little bit of pink, you've got oranges, you've got yellows. These originally come from South Africa, but they grow beautifully in the summer in the UK. They will flower all summer long. They will tolerate light frost, so sometimes Osteospermum do make it through the winter. So we class them as like a tender perennial. So a lot of people grow them as annual, but they can make it through certain mild winters as well, depending on where you live. 401631. Then we also brought you, oh my word, love these too, Gazania Firecracker. Again, nice sunny spot. These open up in the sunshine, close up when it's a little bit dull. And the variety in the Firecracker mix is just, look at this. I mean, look at the way that it looks like every single petal has been brushed meticulously. They are just divine and so easy to grow. Again, full sunshine is ideal, and a nice well-drained soil. 401330. And then the deal of the week is this incredible 24 garden perennials. So you've got things like Rebecca that the pollinators love. So it is a mixture, so you'll get 24 plants, 2 of each. You might get a hardy salvia in there as well. You may get things like digitalis, you may get foxgloves, you may get scabious that we're looking at right now, but you will get tried and tested perennials, 24, 2 of each. All you need to do is grow them on a little bit, and we worked out to be about, there's Verbena bonariensis, we worked out to be about 71 pence a perennial on those. So it's the best value pack, 480,050. Then these are great for, busy lizzies are great for ground cover in the shade. So if you've got areas like where you've got shrubs and ferns and things like that, I mean, they will tolerate sun, but they flower extremely well with minimum effort and minimum light as well. 400,804 for the busy Lizzie Beacon, and they look great on mass as well, and they just flower and flower and flower. Then we brought you some beautiful petunias. Now these are the apricot shades petite, a little bit different because they're smaller, more compact varieties, so great for beds and borders. So they don't trail like other petunias do. They're a bit more close and compact, but for me, again, it's all about the colour. These lovely oranges and yellows, absolutely incredible. 401,642 for the petunia apricot shades petite there. And then this is one that Bex has got her eye on. My mum grew this last year, and it's a very dramatic hollyhock. So this is great for the back of a border. These can grow very big. You know, my mum's grew to about 8 foot last year, but it's a really sensational colour. It's as close to black as you could probably get. So it's like a lovely kind of chocolatey black with a bit of purple in there as well. 560,884. Then we brought you some more begonias. Really popular today. On top sun glow. So just to recap, begonias, absolute warriors in the garden. They give the biggest show for the minimum amount of effort. Sun, shade, they hold up really well in the rain. They're pretty wind tolerant. They look after themselves, so when the flowers grow over, they just fall off and new ones appear. You know, I never deadhead begonias, I really don't have time. But all I say is, easy gardening, but magnificent colours. And these do glow, don't they? I love the edges of those petals. Honestly, amazing plants, massively busy for those. They are selling really quickly today, 401,511. Then we brought you a stunning Acer palmatum, and this one is known as Orange Dream. It's got the RHS Award of Garden Merit. It's beginning to come into leaf right now. It's in a 3-litre pot, so it's really well established. And you'll get these lovely colours throughout the summer, but then in autumn, it is a blaze of glory as well. Fairly slow growing. All they need really is a dappled area. They don't want full sun, they don't want full shade. So, you know, somewhere in between. They go great in pots as well. They grow really nicely in those. But I always think an Acer has a sense of tranquility. It's a very calm plant. It looks beautiful. Just avoid full sun, that can singe the leaves, and avoid strong winds as well. It hates to be in the wind. But apart from that, very easy to look after. 510,282. Then the rainbow orange. Now this is part of our brand new Mediterranean collection from Sicily, and it produces this incredible rainbow orange, which is a hybrid, and it tastes a bit like a cross between an orange and a lemon. You get lovely blossom with this that is highly fragrant. And all you need to do with this, put it outside in the summer, but keep it frost-free in the winter, and that is 340,109 for that stunning rainbow orange hybrid citrus tree. Right, we've still got so much to show you, but while you're placing your orders, get your compost. I mean, we're always busy with compost. We sell thousands of litres, hundreds of thousands of litres every single week, but March is probably the busiest month for compost because we're all busy. We're all begin to plant up maybe our summer hanging baskets, growing on our plug plants. We're moving things around in the garden and adding compost to some of our perennials. So get your compost in. You're going to get 100 litres. If you're a club member, 21.23. If you're not a club member, 24.98. But as we said earlier, you can join the club today and get 15% off your very first order. The club membership is only £10 a year on auto renewal. And we love talking about this, don't we?
Yeah, because it does what it's supposed to do, and that is give your plants the actual, the absolute best start in life and continued life. It's changed my abilities as a gardener just by changing the compost that I use, and if you've got the right compost, you'll get the best results, and that's what this is.
It makes you, and we say this and we mean it 100%, it does make you a better garden instantly. It really
Definitely.
does. Particularly if you're a bit new to gardening or you've not maybe had successes in the past, just getting our compost really almost guarantees you success. And it's great for everything from seeds all the way through to trees as well.
Yeah, I need to put my order in. I got 1 bag left. I was doing loads of work in the garden, so I need to stock up. You never want to run out of it. It's packed with goodness. It's got bits of peat in it, but reduced amounts. You've got a feed. It's pH balanced. You know, composted wood fibre, nice, loose, airy texture. There's so many reasons that turns this into exactly the title that we say it is. It's premium. There's premium quality ingredients in there. It's professional because it's the compost we use at the nursery.
And actually, if you watch next week, you'll see this is all the planting up I did last year at the pub in October, and we're going to show you the results in the next couple of weeks as well. Yeah, when Stu's got time to edit.
Yeah.
Cut out all the bits that I got wrong, basically. That's what But I was on form. I was like pretty much one take Shaun.
Were you?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, but it is the best, and if you want it, get it today, become a club member. You're going to get it for $21.23. But to get all the free postage, don't forget you need to use our code YGTV 1325. Right, we're going to quickly go back to our favourites table. It is very, very busy today. And actually, the jumbo flowered fuchsias are going crazy. 12 of these for just $14.99, postage, of course, included. And we are not exaggerating to say one flower fills up the size of your hand. It really does. And I love fuchsias.
Summer long displays, very, very easy. Doesn't need the sunniest spot in your garden. You know, a part shade spot is perfect, but just make sure you're feeding them. They are hungry. And a bit of deadheading definitely helps to keep those blooms coming all summer long. Keep them protected from frost, plant them out after the frosts are gone, and you'll have those beautiful displays.
Did you recognise those hands? They were
go.
my hands. Yeah. So, and I've got big hands. There you go. You recognise that old gardener's hand, don't you, Bex?
Make sure you use your code to get your postage free on that one. It's YGTV 1325, one that I've been growing in my garden for the last couple of years, and I think it's a stunner. The colour combination you get from these flowers are amazing. I got 3 of them growing. I've just got them in a little row on this really thin border down the side of the garden there, and the colours are beautiful. That was a really bright sunny day, but on a slightly darker day, I think the colours are even more beautiful. You get multiple stems, one big central one, but you'll be able to see you've got several smaller stems, look, coming from the sides there, and those each turn into little flower spikes of their own.
I mean, I would never imagine a digitalis. It's a foxglove, basically. I would never imagine a foxglove could be that colour.
I know.
So, really outside. I'm even thinking I've got a Mediterranean area in my garden. I'm even thinking of putting it there. Because they don't look like a traditional foxglove at all.
I mean, you can get the cottage garden feel from it, but you can actually change it up and get, as you say, that sort of more tropical. Jumbo plugs, 6 of them. You can plant those in the ground, you know, and you should get, you know, a little flower spike in the first year. They get bigger and better, obviously, in the second and third years.
But those are winter hardy, we should say, as well. Right, we're going to move on to this. This has been really popular. Our sunflower sensation, or sunsation, I should say, and it has been sensationally busy. 12 of these for $15.98.
Everyone loved these last year as well. So yeah, do send us some pictures if you had them last year. Really healthy, rooty plants here. Been grown on beautifully by expert growers, ready to plant out in your gardens. Now they are slightly different sunflowers. They're not going to get, you know, 6 feet and 8 metres high. These do stay a little bit shorter than that. They can get up to 1 metre, but you're going to get multiple flowers. So you could get, I mean, we guarantee 5 flower buds per plug here. So they're upright, they're bright, they're cheery, and they remain flowering as well. They start in middle of summer, June, and they keep going through till autumn time.
And they can get a lot taller than we've seen, can't they?
Yeah, they can. They can get up to 1 metre in height.
I've never grown these, actually.
No,
but,
maybe it's something we should do this year, because I didn't do it last year.
What we're trying to do between us is grow as much as possible. So whatever I'm growing, I'm like...
I'll grow this, and then I'll grow something else.
Because we do like to really, as much as we can, grow everything we sell at YouGarden, so we can give you hands-on experience and advice as well.
That's the aim.
Yes. So Bex is moving house, especially for you at home, so she's got a bigger garden.
Do you know what's right? I mean, it's for me as well, but that's a big part of it. It's got to be a garden, you know.
Yeah.
That's one of the must-haves.
Right, we're going to move on, though, to the osteospermum now, known as the Cape Daisy. And it's gone crazy for these. And I'm not surprised, because this is the sunset shades. And that colour palette, the orange, the yellow, the pinks, it is like when you get those magical sunsets, That is a colour that these will create in your garden.
Yeah.
And I would do exactly what you're seeing there. I'd plant them all together. I think that would really, really work. Maybe 3 plug plants in a 30 centimetre pot.
Yeah, that's all you need as well to fill those out. Neil, I know you've been asking about when we're going to get the purple sun in. I'm sure it's going to be coming very, very soon. But Neil, you might want to look at these ones as well, because those are equally as stunning as the purple sun. I'm sure it won't be long. We haven't got a date on it yet, but I'm sure it won't be too long.
And just so you know, Neil, half of my purple sun survived the winter.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and bearing in mind I didn't give them any protection, so half have survived. Yeah. But I haven't grown these as well, Neil, because I just think they are beautiful and they work really well together.
Half price saving on there as well. We're taking £15 off that one. It's $12.73 if you're a club member, and free postage when you use the code YGTV1325. Next up, we've got the gazanias, the firecrackers, and Shaun said earlier, these would probably work really nicely together. I mean, look, they really would,
I think so.
Similar size, similar location in your garden.
I think they go great.
I might do that. Get those 2 packs. I'm going to do pots, obviously, because I'm moving. Do pots, mix those up together. That'd be a really good combination.
I really, really think they're meant to be. And as Bex said, they like the same position in the garden.
Yeah.
So if you want the gazanias, I grew these at my mum's last year, and they were rather splendid, I have to say. Flowered all summer long. They love full sunshine. They tend to close it when it gets a bit dull, open up in full sun. But it's the stripes and the fact that every petal looks almost like hand painted, brushed beautifully with the paintbrush. 401 330 12.99.
Jay, this table's for you. You've been asking to see the what did you say? The Mojo Berry and the Berry Bucks. Berry Bucks is there. Mojo Berry is coming up for you. Olwyn, 14 drops before me on the delivery. Come on, delivery van.
So we have got a lovely grow your own section coming up, as Bex has just mentioned. But before we get there, we have got a brand new lavender, one of the most, actually one of the newer varieties, which is Lavender Phenomenal. Sold out a few weeks ago. Got it back in stock today. Now I love lavender, but Bex and I have both got Lavender Hickory, haven't we?
Yes.
Which is wonderful. But this is the one that I think our head gardener Peter has got, because actually the flowers are bigger.
Yeah, it's a hybrid actually of the English and the latifolia, but it's been bred for its hardiness, for its versatility, and the fact that it does tend to have larger flowers on it than other varieties. They stand tall and strong on those upright
and actually,
stems.
You can look at it, it does look, it's a bit more spectacular than Hickory,
I think it is, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it blends the qualities of, the hybrids that it's been bred from, so it's cold and heat tolerant, and it can even cope with acidic soils as well. So it's really quite a versatile plant.
Ooh.
Cope with it.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about the space for it. Well, I've got my ericaceous border, haven't I?
Yeah, there you go.
Really strong plants, but if you love lavender, but you want an even bigger display with stronger stems, bigger flowers, this is, well, the clue's in the name, phenomenal. And the pollinators will love this more than ever. It's so important to get those bees and butterflies.
I love my lavender for that in the summertime. I mean, I am digging it up this year, but it is lovely because it's just, you walk out and there's a hum of activity. The bees, the butterflies, absolutely adore that.
So I was going to dig my lavender up, but do you know what? Because it looked terrible in the winter this year.
Is it perked up?
I can't dig it up.
Is it looking all right?
It looks all right.
Mine's got loads of perennial weeds in it now, unfortunately, just because of where it is. And I can't quite get to the weeds, so I've got all these grasses and things running through it. It just doesn't look good anymore. Yeah. I'm starting again. It's fine. It's all good.
So many different ways of using lavender in the garden. It looks great on mass pathways, but it looks great in a formal garden, of course, as well. It looks great just dotted around other perennials. But it is evergreen as well. Remember, you've got that lovely fragrant foliage all year round. Let me just smell this one. Yeah, exactly as you'd expect. Yeah, just smells right.
You still get that gorgeous foliage, don't you?
Yeah, but you get those splendid flowers. Now, lots of you have been asked about grow your own, and we have got lovely blueberries coming up next, the berry bucks. And I love blueberries. But I love this variety because actually it's a really pretty plant in its own right.
It is.
It's really nice looking.
So it's likened to Buxus balls, basically, but it is actually a productive plant in that it's going to give you those beautiful berries as well. So, I mean, you've got both things here. You've got something that looks very sort of designer and attractive with the Buxus ball look, but then is going to get covered in these wonderful little blueberry flowers. That each one of those then has the potential to turn into a sweet and delicious blueberry. So I really really like this for that reason.
But you know, and they will. But if none of those flowers produce blueberries, I would be very happy with that. Just as a plant,
just as an ornamental, absolutely.
But every single one of those flowers, with all of those bees buzzing around, has got the potential to become a delicious blueberry.
They are self-fertile, wonderfully compact. They'll get to about 50 by 50 centimetres. They are incredibly productive from about year 3 onwards. So please don't expect, too much happening in the first year or 2. They need to get established. But then after that, you will get those wonderful flowers and all those gorgeous blueberries.
Now, you do need an acid soil for blueberries. That's very important. Do not put these in our premium professional compost. They're not going to be happy.
No.
They need an ericaceous compost if you're growing them in pots. But every single year, as these establish more and more, you are going to get kilos of those gorgeous blueberries. Something that you pointed out a few months ago, Bex, as well, is that actually the foliage is really nice on these, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it changes colour.
You get a lovely blaze in the autumn, but blueberries tend to give you one of the most sort of fiery blazes of colour in autumn time. And some of my blueberry plants, I don't have these ones, but they did actually hold on to their leaves over winter as well.
Yeah, and they do naturally form that ball shape. So these are really neat, compact, just wonderful to grow. And I always think there is a bit of a trend now to mix in your fruit and veg with your regular flowers and perennials and annuals, and they would sit beautifully. Right, going to move on to strawberries.
Cambridge favourite this time, yeah. This one is an awesome variety, actually, and a lot of people have said how sweet the strawberries are with Cambridge favourite, and they crop at the perfect time for Wimbledon. So end of June, going into July, that's when you're typically going to be getting your cropping. It's a mid-season cropper. They're so easy. This is what I love about strawberry runners, because anybody can do this. So you'll get 10 of the runners. I mean, I say 10. A lot of people have been coming back to us saying there was 15 in my pack.
Yeah, we've had quite a few.
There was 13 in my pack. I got 12 in mine. I don't think anybody specifically counts them, so great. You might get more than you bargained for here. But you're going to get those. That's what the runners look like. And you give them a little soak before you plant them, just for, I would say, half an hour or so. Give them a little drink. This isn't an overnight planting, soaking thing. And then I plant just with the crown poking out the top there. So about there to where the compost is. You don't have to be too prescriptive with this. Honestly, there's so ridiculously easy and hardy, and they can go in so many places. I mean, I plant them in sort of big heavy duty pots, but actually they really don't need to be in deep pots like that, do they? They can go in nearly anything.
I've planted mine in fairly shallow wide ones because it's all I had at hand, but I have put some straws around them because slugs do like strawberries as well, so use a little bit of straws to protect them. But they are going to flower for years. They really, really are.
Yeah.
And there's the straws if you need it. Free delivery. Don't forget you get free postage on everything on YouGarden TV. And you do get a 9 kilo bag there. 100,086. Right. Now, this is one that I've never grown. But I do remember it was a certain... I think it was it Madonna that was eating mojo berries years ago?
Was it?
I think
probably because it's really good for you or something.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It'll be Madonna or something.
I think it was the first time I ever heard of the mojo berry. I'm sure it was an article about Madonna. Because they are such a nutritious fruit.
Absolutely, yeah. It's also an award-winning plant, plant of the year at Chelsea in 2017. It's a dwarf variety, so this stays nice and compact. It's really robust. It's only going to get to maybe about, between a metre and a half, basically. This will grow to. So it's really easy for you. You get a lovely profusion of white flowers late summertime, and late springtime, and then of course those lovely succulent berries that go from a ruby to that gorgeous glossy black colour. It produces them on new and old wood, so you don't need to worry when it comes to your pruning. It's self-pollinating as well, and all you really need to do is give it a light prune in winter. So it's really simple, really easy, and then you can use those fruits in so many different things: jams, baking, smoothies, cereals, cocktails.
Oh, that's I'm thinking
vodka.
G&T.
Yeah, I mean you can make your own vodka with it. You can adapt. What's the recipe? There's a blackberry recipe for so you can adapt recipes for those.
Don't tempt me.
Any blackberry recipe, you can adapt it for the mojo berry.
And that makes sense, actually, because you look at that and it looks a bit like a blackberry.
Exactly, yeah.
But very, very nutritious. You get a great antioxidant.
Yeah, and they do tend to be the sweetest compared to the red varieties.
Yeah, do you know what? I might try that this year.
Why not?
Yeah. I've got my little grow your own section, and that is 310092 at £12.99. Don't forget, if you are a discount club member, £11.04. Anyone in the chat, Bex?
I do want. Can we please just show this one, Stu? So Jay has sent us a picture and a video in actual fact.
Oh.
So Jay's permaculture. Hang on, I'm just mirroring. Hang on. There we go, it's connected. Right, so Jay's permaculture allotment. Hi guys, here is the amazing YouGarden delivery for our food forest project. I'm also waiting for my own delivery. Have a great weekend. There's a picture and a video. I'm going to go straight to the video because this is awesome. And this is laying out everything that has come. Wait, there's more. There's more. Look!
Oh!
Look, 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 look.
Wow.
All of that. Look!
Oh, is that the kumquats?
Oh, my word.
Oh,
You've
what?
got all the pineapple. I can see pineapple guavas in there. Oh, there's honeyberries.
And loads of our berry fruit trees.
Jay.
Wow. Has he got enough room to plant all that?
Sorry.
Has he got enough room for all that?
Yeah, well, he's got, there's something he's doing, so it's the Food Forest Project.
Oh,
so
yes, I remember.
He's creating that wonder. Jay, we need to come and visit.
We do.
Can we come and visit? Can we come and get some,
What,
can we get some footage?
And I tell you what, it'd be lovely to follow the journey, don't you think?
Yeah.
Like to see it all being planted and then revisit in a few
Jay,
years'
we
time.
need to come.
We
Can
do.
we do that, please?
We do. That's really filled my heart with joy, isn't it, you?
Whereabouts are you, Jay? Let us know where you are in the country. We seem to think it's, or Stu's saying, sure, it's North London. Can you let us know?
Yeah, let us know, because we'd love to, yeah, if possible, it'd be great to see all the planting.
That looks amazing.
Yeah, and then come back in a few years' time.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Thank you, Jay, for that. It's filled our hearts with joy, as I said. And then finally, with growing, we like with YouGarden to bring you things that maybe you're not aware that you can grow in the UK. And we've got a kiwi variety for you right now that grows very, very well in the UK. I know this is Kiwi Jenny.
Elaine, who's not in the chat today, so I wonder where she is, but I'm sure Elaine's growing this as well, isn't she, the kiwi? So kiwi fruit Jenny, yeah, it's really reliable and really well suited to growing in the UK, and you could be growing these delicious kiwis. They're really easy as well. They just want a nice, bright, sunny spot, don't they?
Yeah, so I'd say if you've got a south-facing wall or a fence, train it to go up there and it will be very happy. It wants to be it wants a sun trap, basically.
Yeah.
But we do consider them winter hard in the UK, down to about -8.
I love the foliage. It is just like you'd expect from the skin of the kiwi. It's got that wonderful fuzzy foliage to it as well. You should be producing fruit in sort of 2 to 3 years and really heavy crops after that. You have to pick the fruits before the first frosts, and then what you do is you stick them in a bowl with some bananas to ripen them up.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, there's something in bananas. What is it? I can't remember, but there's something in bananas that helps to ripen other fruits.
So with a lot of times we say don't put bananas in the fruit bowl because they make things go off.
It'll make things go off quicker.
But it works with the kiwi, just help them get perfectly right. But you know, we've seen a lot of our regulars have bought these in the past and had fantastic kiwis growing in their garden. And if you are a club member, £8.49 is your club discount price, £3.40.090. But it's what I really like about YouGarden, I mean, so many things, but they grow your own is really interesting. You know, we do tend to bring you varieties that maybe you've never seen before, varieties that, like I said, this kiwi has been bred to really, really do well in the UK. But I like all of those, don't you? I like the kiwi, the mojo berry.
Hurry up, new house. I want a big garden so I can grow every single one of these. It's exciting, isn't it?
Actually, look, you don't actually need a big garden.
You don't need masses. The thing is, I want to grow all of them. That's
why. Yes. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, I mean, you've got some really nice sort of small, dwarf, for example, varieties, so you don't need masses of space, and that's what we bring you at YouGarden, something for absolutely everybody. Whether you've got a massive allotment, a huge, acres of land, or just a, normal, regular-sized garden, we've got things for you.
And don't forget, our heavy-duty pots are brilliant for pretty much all of our grow your own, even our bare root fruit trees. So if you are thinking of what can I grow them in, grab yourself the pack of 4 heavy-duty pots.
I've got a peach tree coming. It's going in the...
Have you?
Yeah, I've got the Red Haven. Red Haven?
Yeah.
That one.
That's a nice one.
I know, I'm excited.
Yeah. Right, we are still super busy. Oh, there's the heavy-duty pots, by the way.
There they are.
120011. For those of you that have just joined us, a very, very good morning. We are We are live until midday today, and then we're back Sunday.
From 9:30.
Oh, I'm not here Sunday.
Oh,
I suppose you are.
I am.
Mother's Day.
I'm still here.
Yeah, but you'll be treated in...
Of course, you know, they'll spoil me rotten. That's what you get when you've got boys, you know. They really pay attention.
I always did with my mum.
Well, they might when they get a bit older.
Yeah.
Not right now.
But anyway, Bex and Adam are here this Sunday, 10 till 12 on Mother's Day. Heavy duty pots, by the way, the details on the screen say they are brilliant. Postage is included on everything on YouGarden TV. And to get all of the offers, please use that special code YGTV1325. Right, we've still got a few items to show you. The hydrangea, I know we showed it earlier, but it's been really popular. And Bex and I have had loads. I think one of the questions that has come up an awful lot in the past couple of months has been, have you got any climbers for shade?
Yeah, I mean, it's a big question, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's shade gardens in general, but definitely climbers for shade. People are desperate to get climbers for shady spots, and this is the one. You know, there's a few others you can get. There's ivies and things, but some people want flowers, and that's what you're going to get with this one.
And the trouble is, with a shady corner, if you've got a fence there or a wall, you tend to get an awful lot of horrible green stuff growing, you know, because a lot of shady corners are, obviously you don't get the light, so you get moss and things like that growing on the fences, and you know, it can a shady corner where the fence or the wall is can look really, really drab. But if you've got something growing up it like this, a hydrangea that loves that shady spot, it's going to look amazing. And I did grow these in my mum's previous garden, at the back of the garden that got virtually no light. And within a few years, they'd really established.
Yeah, and I love that, honestly. And it's going to be so long-lasting as well, isn't it? You know, it'll get nice and big if you want it to. We are talking, you know, double figures. We can get several metres out of this. But you can obviously prune it. You can trim it back. You can keep it in size, in check. It's really very impressive climber. It's award-winning as well. It's got the Award of Garden Merit plus the Badge of Perfect for Pollinators from the Royal Horticultural Society. So definitely garden-worthy. If you are brand new, you'll be fine. You can plant this.
Yeah.
It's not going to take, you know, all of your research. It's going to be easy.
And it will flower right the way through summer. And it reminds me a bit of, say, Runaway Bride, if you know that as a type of hydrangea, because you get all the flowers along the stem. So you can easily train this sort of like left and right to cover
you could.
the fence. Beautiful, honestly. So for anybody that wants a climber that loves a shady spot, this is going to be superb.
Yeah, it's strong look as well. These are really sturdy stems. It comes with the cane in there. Let me get it out of the pot. I want to show you. Oh, I can't.
It's a bit rooty.
Oh, there we go.
There you go, well done.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my word, that is rooty, isn't it?
Do you know what? That is a mature plant, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, my word, that's just going to romp away once you get that planted, isn't it?
Sorry, do you know what I mean? In my head I'm thinking, where can I plant that? Yeah. I do know. You know that side where I've got all the ferns and the aces and stuff? It'd be great there.
There you go.
Okay.
Because it doesn't just have to go up, by the way. I know we say, you know, double figures metres up.
No.
You can get it to go across as well. So if you've got a shady wall or fence or something, you could get it to go crossways, couldn't you?
Oh, do you know what? There's a perfect spot in my mum's new garden.
There
as well.
you go.
Yeah, anyway,
Done.
Loads of you ordering it.
Sean's buying one.
I am. I loved it in my mum's last garden. It was really sad because it just really got going and then she moved and, you know, I was tempted to dig it up and take it with me, but I didn't. The annoying thing is I left most of the plants in the last garden.
Yeah, they dug them up, didn't they?
Yeah. The lady that bought it hated gardening and dug everything. I wish I'd known. If she'd have told me that, I'd have taken them
you
all
could have
with
gone
me.
and got them.
Anyway, make sure you get yours today. Brand new on the show, 550 381. Now, how about a eucalyptus? Oh, I love the smell of eucalyptus.
I love it.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I like the evergreen foliage that you get on eucalyptus as well. You know, the interest of it, the shape of the leaves, the way that it grows. It is absolutely beautiful. And yes, this is one of the big ones. This, you know, this will get several metres in height. It's winter hardy. You need some space for this, and you need to plant it away from the house. But yes, this is beautiful if you've got the space and the right garden for it. The evergreen foliage you get, the fragrance, the fact that you can cut stems off here. You can then use those as your foliage fillers in your, you know, cut flower displays. I like it. I think it's an amazing one. It's going to be best in a sort of really bright sunny spot. It can cope in a part shady spot, but it's really winter hardy.
And I always think when you're choosing shrubs and trees for your garden, so many trees are just bare in the winter, and it can look a bit dowdy, a bit depressing, but eucalyptus, I've got a big eucalyptus in my garden. It does look great every single day of the year. As Bex was saying, the foliage can be used in so many displays. Eucalyptus foliage is great amongst other flowers, but also great in Christmas wreaths and things like that. Easter time. If you're someone that's quite creative and you love working with foliage and flowers, eucalyptus is an absolute staple.
I also think the bark on the tree is, once it gets established, the bark on the tree is a really interesting focal point as well, isn't it? So
it's an absolute winner, but it is already big. This one is already established in a 24 centimetre
that's nice.
pot.
It's a beautiful smell. Love eucalyptus. And the different size of the leaves as well. So you've got a massive one here, but look at the size variation as you go down the end and then to the smaller leaves at the end there. I really like the way that does that.
And fully winter hardy as well.
Beautiful.
Right, just going to remind you of some of the essentials as well. Are blooming fast now. Do you remember last year we gave away some of these sachets, and so many of you said, "Oh, what a difference it's made!" So this is the best value. It's the big 1.25 kilo tubs. We reckon that'll make about 250 watering cans.
Got all the instructions you need as well of how to make it up.
I think it's more than
Sean's trying to do the maths again. It's 5 grams per 5 litres. Yeah, use 5 grams of superior plant foods, which is 1 teaspoon, per 5 litres. That's 1 gallon of water. And that's all you need to do. You put it in, you mix it up. It even tells you on here, from March to April, feed your plants once a week whilst watering. From May to September, feed your plants twice a week whilst watering. I mean, that's a general rule. Obviously, all plants are different. I always aim for every other week or every week if I can.
And we do sometimes bring you the sachet, which makes 100 litres. But the best value is to go for that big, big tub. That is amazing, actually, 250 watering cans full.
It is.
Yeah, and a lot of plant foods. There's another big brand out there. It's very good. I don't think it's as good as Blooming Fast, but you can buy ready-made plant food and spend a fortune actually buying a lot of water. Now this is really high in NPK. Now nitrogen is for all the shoots, phosphorus is for the stems, the roots and the shoots, and it's the potassium that really, really gives you those wonderful flowers and the fruits as well. So that is covering every single part of the plant, but also it's rich in minerals and trace elements as well, like your zinc, magnesium, copper, all of those are in there. But that will feed everything in your garden and all of your houseplants as well. So fruit, veg, annuals, perennials, and houseplants as well. The only thing we say is if it's an acid-loving plant, things like your rhododendrons, camellias, then do buy our ericaceous feed. But for everything else, it's superb. And it works out 6p a watering can. 250 watering cans full.
There you go.
Yeah.
Keep you going for a while, won't it, that one?
It really will. Right, we've also got some lovely pots. Now, did you buy this one in here?
Yeah, I've got 3 of these, actually. So I've got 2 that have got Phoenix canariensis in outside my front door, and I've underplanted with the Pansy Cool Waves. They're looking amazing right now.
Are they?
Pansy Cool Waves have just... Oh, they're doing brilliantly. So I love this colour. I think it's beautiful. It's got that glazed ceramic look. It's got the mottled look on there as well. It's got 1 drainage hole in. You might want to add a few more. It's up to you. But the great thing with plastic
Can you have a
pots...
look at the inside bags?
Yeah.
So you've got a little bit of a reservoir.
There's a slight reservoir in there, yeah. I mean, that obviously...
It's a big hole.
Adding that reservoir in helps to hold on to moisture there as well, or depending on the plant you're putting in, you might want to add a few extra holes in. But the great thing with these plastic pots is it's really easy to drill extra holes in if you want to. Whereas if that was glazed ceramic, I wouldn't even bother, because that pot would probably cost me 60, 70 pounds.
But I tell you what,
and you would never want to then try and drill a hole in the bottom of it to add extra drainage, which you just wouldn't.
You'd never know, looking at that wasn't
That's why
actually
I've got 3
ceramic.
of them. I love them.
Yeah.
I think they are absolutely stunning. Love that colour, the dark rim there. The size is perfect as well. It's a 15 Is that 15 inch?
Yeah.
Yeah, 15-inch diameter. So it's a really decent size here. And I think it can be home for anything, but certainly it can be a permanent home for certain plants in your garden.
I think it's beautiful,
I was just wondering, am I
We're
going
thinking
crazy?
Acer.
I was
No, I think
just
Acer look
thinking
great.
that colour. Yeah, see
Yeah.
that colour against that blue.
I love that.
That is beautiful,
Yeah.
isn't it?
That's amazing.
Oh my word.
And the lovely thing is, with our big planter, again, like everything else, postage is included.
Yeah.
So I think that's stunning. It's one of our new ones this year, part of the 2025 summer season, 130,389. Really, I need to get some of those back.
Yeah, I really
Like
like
them a lot.
them.
And then we've also got these are unusual.
Yeah.
I like that.
So this looks like carved stone,
Yeah.
carved rock, doesn't it? The Brooklyn. Yeah, I like the earthy kind of feel to these. Obviously, compared to that, which is the bright colour and
Very
ceramic,
different.
this is much more earthy and organic look that you've got.
Loads of drainage holes in this one. You certainly don't need to add any more. You can see there you've got them all around the side and in the middle as well. But again, same principle, lightweight, UV resistant, frostproof, and look at that price. You're going to get a pair of Brooklyns for $24.99, $21.24 for club members. And for club members, that is working out under £12 each. In fact, no, so I'm going to work out exactly. That works out less than £11 each, doesn't it?
There you go.
Yeah.
So you know, this
1060.
trellis in there, that might work quite nicely with the stone look and then the lovely glossy leaves that you've got with the ceanothus. Maybe, we haven't shown this one yet, but I've got a couple of these in my garden as well. The cypress trees here, these look really nice in these kinds of pots. And if you get a couple of them, again, either side of something and then underplanted to add that pop of colour, maybe something trailing over the edges of here, some of our trailing summer bedding, that would look really pretty as well.
And anyway, pretty much everything we've got on the show would look amazing in those pots. So working out £10.62 each for the pots. And if you would like the, say, the cypress, we have got those available as well. Do you know what? Today has absolutely flown. We've only got about 10 minutes left. If you've got any questions, you can still message us. You can obviously join in the group chat on YouTube, Facebook. You can email us, ygtv@yougarden.com. And can we say a big thank you to all of our regulars? You are so important to us. But all of the new viewers that are watching us on the craft store as well, we really appreciate you placing your first orders like Julie has today as well.
Jay's disappeared. He's had to go. Got some work to do. That's fine.
Yeah,
you carry
he's got
on.
a lot of work to do, Bex, hasn't he?
Alwyn says, looking like my delivery will only arrive after the show is finished. 7 more stops. You never know. We might. You've got about 7 minutes, so we'll see.
Yes. Right, now we've obviously had a lot of plug plants on the show today, and all they need is to be grown on in, I would say ideally 9 centimetre pots. So what we've got now are skelly trays. Amazing bundle. You get the 3 trays that you can reuse for many, many years. And you also get 36 of the biodegradable pots as well. And the idea is this, is that you grow your plug plants on in the pot and then put the pot straight in the ground. Yeah. And it biodegrades.
I like that because,
Yeah,
you know, I mean, it's just easy then. And when you're moving a plant and taking it out of a pot and then repotting it, it can, you know, it can just get a little bit of transplant shock. It can hold it back a little bit. Whereas with this, you literally just take it and bury it, which is just makes the job so easy.
And we do sell replacements of the bio pots. So you've got the trays for pretty much life, and then every year you can just say replenish, getting some new bio pots. So it's a lovely system, and you can grow on 36 plants very easily in those 130,325. Right, we're going to go back to our favourites today. Loads of you've ordered our gazanias. These are the firecracker, absolutely glorious plants. I mean, big open flowers. They love the sunshine, nice well-drained composter soil, and they will flower all summer long. And honestly, I grew these at my mum's last year, and they looked amazing.
Yeah, I loved them. I had them in my garden for a few years. I didn't protect them, left them out. They got through the winters. A severe winter knocked them out, but they are perennial if you want to protect them. Most people grow as annuals, but if you want to protect them, you can get them to come back year after year, and they're stunning. They really are stunning flowers. sunflowers. Look at those colours.
Oh, just lovely. Loads of you have gone first today. 401-330-1299. Then we have also got, and these really, if you think about companion planting, these two go really well together. They're like the same place in the garden, sunshine, well drained. But look at these osteospermum, and these are the sunset shades, and they've been bred to replicate the most perfect sunset, where you've got oranges and yellows and pinks.
That's a great combo,
isn't it?
I'm doing it. Yeah, I will do. I'm going to grow those. Doing that. Placing my order. 12 of those plug plants. I mean, look at the price as well. We're taking £15 off that price. It's half price, and you're getting your 15% discount as well.
And a little bit of growing on. Again, I would protect these from frost, grow them on, but you can pay easily in a nursery £3, maybe even £3.99 for a grown on osteospermum. A little bit of work, and every one of these will grow into the most beautiful, beautiful plants. This is how they arrive. Just give them a little drink when they arrive, don't forget. Pot them on in something like the say skelly trays we've just shown you, and then they will flower and flower all summer long. But really busy for those. 401-631.
Sunflower Sensation has been really popular as well. I'm not surprised. It's award-winning, and they're bright, they're bold, they're beautiful, and they are definitely what summer is all about, aren't they? Yeah. Gorgeous sunflowers that aren't going to get ridiculously tall. These, I mean, they can grow to about 1 metre. They might grow a little bit shorter, which is gorgeous as well. And each one of those plugs, you'll get 5 flowers from, basically, at least.
So not just a single one on a long stem.
No.
Lovely foliage as well, we should point out.
Yeah, really healthy.
Really popular. Right, something that's a little bit different. If you love your foxgloves, your digitalis, but you're a little bit bored of the traditional colours, we think about foxgloves as being pinks and creams, more delicate shades. Look at this, it is on fire. It's called Illumination. I've not grown this one. Grown foxgloves many, many times. You did last year.
I did, yeah.
And it was one of your favourites, wasn't it?
It definitely was, yeah. So I planted them a couple of years ago. Got some flower stems first year. Second year, they were even more impressive. And this year, cannot wait to see the colours. On a bright day, they look amazing. But on a dull day, because of the colours that you've got in here, they stand out even more. And you get multiple flower spikes from them as well. You get the main central one, but you also get several coming up around the side there, as you can see. So easy. Winter hardy, easy to grow. I mean, you basically plant them and leave them alone.
And I'm just thinking, you could easily plant those with some of your Mediterranean plants because of the colour scheme.
Yeah.
But they would look still great with some of the other favourites. I mean, I could imagine those with Coreopsis. I could imagine those with Verbena bonariensis. Many, many ways of planting those in your garden and creating whatever scheme you want. But they will stand out.
They will.
I mean, I've never seen a foxglove that kind of colour. Really strong plugs.
Really strong. They're what we call the jumbo plug plants, so they're pretty much garden ready. You can plant those out with no worries at all. They are winter hardy, so I think they'll be absolutely fine to get those into your garden.
What a colour, though.
Gorgeous.
And they say illumination because they look like they are illuminated, like somebody's turned on a light. And then finally, you have adored our giant fuchsias. I've grown these for about 7 or 8 years. And the flowers, they're known as American fuchsias because everything in America is big, isn't it? I mean, cars are big, hotels have got big, like huge rooms, haven't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll leave it there. But it's true. And these are massive flowers. One flower can fill the palm of your hand. 12 of them, 4 different varieties. You've got Bella Roselli, you've got Swing Time, Deep Purple, Voodoo. That's my hand. I grow these in the pub garden that I look after every single year. And the flowers are amazing. And they are what we call petalicious. They're big, they're bountiful. They look like ballerinas' dresses. But we are sadly almost out of time. So don't forget, there's an off code on the screen, YGTV1325. You need to use that off code to unlock all of the discounts and to get your free postage. So whenever you use our code, you will get free postage on the show. Don't forget, as well as offering you free postage, there are 2 prices on the screen. There's a red price and a yellow price. Don't get me wrong, the red price is great, but if you become a club member right now, you can save 15% on your entire order. So 15% off your plants, your compost. If you become a club member for £10 on auto renewal, That's every year, not every month, by the way. You would save $3.75 every single time you buy our compost. Right, I know we're nearly out of time, so I've just got a few more things to mention you. Right, Bex over there. I'm going to come and join you, Bex.
Yes, come and join me. We just need to give you a quick reminder. Well, we didn't get the favourites table right. I mean, we knew it was going to be popular. It was a toss-up between a couple.
Yeah.
This one's definitely going to get promoted up onto the favourites table for Sunday. This is the Begonia on Top Sun Glow. Just to let you know, there's lots of things you haven't seen. I've got a whole load of plants down here. So do come back and join us again on Sunday, please, because we will have new things to show you on Sunday.
And we're going to do something totally crazy this afternoon. We also are on TikTok.
Yep.
And we are going to go live. We're going to do a TikTok marathon, and we're going to be live from 1 o'clolock until 10 o'clock.
PM.
I'm starting off the first 5 minutes, then Bex is taking over. No, I'm only joking. We're going to, there's myself, Bex, and Adam, and we're going to stop nipping in and out.
Yeah.
So don't worry. You're not going to get me for 9 hours or Bex for 9 hours, much as I know.
If you fancy coming and joining us on TikTok, it's a little bit different. We're still in the potting shed, but it's a little bit different to what we do on YGTV.
Let's be honest, it tends to be faster, doesn't it?
Yeah, much faster.
Yeah.
It's fun though.
Yeah, but it's still got some great deals and different deals as well. And we do giveaways.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if we hit certain numbers like, new followers and likes, we do giveaways. We've got some amazing giveaways.
So if you fancy coming and joining us, do. If not, don't worry.
Yeah.
We'll be back on Sunday. Make sure you grab those and put those in your basket. They're going to be absolutely amazing summer-long displays. And also, we need to talk to you quickly about the heavy-duty pots as well, because they are super busy. We've got 4 40 centimetres. They're £16.99 for all 4.
And do you know what? They are the best investment you'll ever make. We get amazing views. People use these every time they garden. That includes me, Bex, and so many thousands of you at home. Right, I will see you next week. Bex is back with Adam on Sunday at 10. Join the club right now. Save that extra 15%. But for myself, Shaun Ryan.
And me, Bex Edwards.
We will see you very soon here at YGTV. Take care.